Hey, we're officially live now. Hopefully everyone can see us and hear us. Chat, let us know. Everyone say hi.
Hello.
Oh,
Hola.
mic check. 1, 2.
Hello.
Yeah, chat, let us know. Make sure you can hear us, you can see us. I know we had a little bit of a delay and then a slight glitch getting started. It looked like the video glitched for a second, but we should be here. You should be able to see us and hear us now. We're ready to play. Yeah, and I appreciate everyone that came out, nice and early to chat and stuck around with us. And Rufio accidentally closed my browser. Okay, cool. He confirmed he can hear us. All right, good. Yeah, so this is our weekly Cyberpunk Red gameplay. We do every Saturday right here, same place, same time. Unless, of course, recently we've had some sickness and stuff going around. We had to take off a little bit of time. And the occasional convention travel and stuff might get in the way. But for the most part, we're here every week, same place, same time. What's up, Vampire Bites? Awesome. Glad everyone's joining in. Yeah, before I do a little recap on this team and the session and we get into today's gameplay, let's do like we always do. Let's go around the table. Everyone introduce yourself, tell people where they can find you online, and then introduce your character as well. Will, you want to start it off?
Hi, I'm Will. I go by Rook on the Discord for Cybernation Uncensored. You can find me at Billy Huddles on Twitter. And I'm playing Gnostics, the Netrunner, who's well knee deep in it right now.
Very much so. Nick.
my name is Nicholas King. You can find me online at The King Square. I'm also on our Discord for Cybernation Uncensored as RobGrad98. And I will be playing Hank C. the Rocker Boy.
Oh, yeah, and have your own channel there on the Discord too. Everyone should check out what you got going on. All the cool writings, reviews, stuff. Raven.
Hey everyone, I'm Raven. I'm still recovering from COVID, so excuse my voice if I'm a little bit scratchy. You can catch me all over the internet at Doña Trece Cuervo. Tonight I'll be playing Jax, the Ripper. Kind of a pickpocket, kind of a troublemaker.
Possibly a
Awesome.
split personality issues. It seems like some of the players have picked up on, but haven't said anything about in gameplay.
That's very possible.
That's right.
I'm working on my High Riders campaign, so be on the lookout. They're coming. Thank you.
Nice. Also, thanks so much for joining, even though I know you're getting over being sick. Really appreciate that. Like I said, it's been going around like crazy, so I appreciate that. Alex.
Hi, I'm Alex Maxwell. You can find me under the moniker Stormwolf92 wherever video games are played. You can also find me occasionally on Wednesdays, running all manner of games from D&D to what's going to be coming down the line in podcast form, a 1940s-style radio play production of Octon Cthulhu with me as your keeper of lore and spooky things. But for right now, I'm going to be playing Scarecrow, the team's it's rather laid back solo for the time being.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I like it. In April.
I am. Oh, fuck. No, I'm not. Am I muted?
No.
No.
I think it cut out right at the very beginning. Like I said, we've been having some glitchy issues.
Oh, weird. I'm hardwired in. All right. Yes. Hello, everybody. My name's April Hill. She, her. You can find me at stiletto_assassin on Instagram, stiletto DM on Twitter. I am the community manager for Modifius. So if you like games like Acton Cthulhu, like you just said there, Fallout, Dune, Star Wars, Star Trek, all that fun stuff, go check out Modifius. We love Cyberpunk Uncensored. Cybernation Uncensored, sorry, because y'all play a lot of our games and stuff. So go check those out, and hopefully I'll be starting up another mini series of Fallout soon. So check the socials for that. But yeah, I'm playing Kish Sticks, who is a very clueless, or at least everybody thinks that, and very colorful, loud personality media.
Oh yeah.
Young, naive, maybe. I don't know.
Oh yeah, we're getting to learn all these characters too as we go. We're just a few sessions in. on this new team. So it's fun seeing the characters develop, their personalities kind of come to light, and then the way that you all are working together as a team, kind of put together by Raven Microcybernetics, right? Because you're owned by the company. But hey, before I get too much into the team, the background, all that stuff, let me give myself a shout out. I'm Rob Mulligan. I'm the game master here, but I'm also the founder of Cybernation Uncensored. Check out Cybernation Uncensored both on Twitch, on YouTube. Lots of live gameplay, tutorial series, all kinds of content. Here on Twitch, we usually run live. It's not just me, but also other GMs all week long. And then on YouTube, we put all the VODs. So you can check out Cybernation Uncensored on YouTube and catch up on all the previous teams, sessions, all that good stuff. Like this team, Team Nevermore. Go check out the session 0, learn about all the characters. Check out the last couple sessions to get all the good details of how they got to the point that they're at right now. I will do a little mini recap, but I do encourage everyone to watch the previous sessions to get all the details. Before we get started here, I do want to mention I have, the last Sunday of every month is my Dune team, an all-femme Bene Gesserit team. Every other Wednesday is my team Veritas, which Will is also in. And then every Thursday, I'm running the Sirenscape team there for Cyberpunk Red over on the Sirenscape channel. And then I've got random series and other things coming up, other team stuff. So check it all out. I want to give a little bit of a shout out here to all my supporters on Patreon. Seriously, all of you are the fuel on my fire. You keep pushing me, moving me forward, keep me motivated to create content and do all this live streaming. So it really does mean a lot. Shout out to Fantasy Grounds in the chat too. One of our new sponsors will be moving all of our stuff to their VTT platform. So shout out to Fantasy Grounds, who just rocked the release. They got the Fallout official release. They got the Dune. I saw they promoted. They also the fan-made Cyberpunk Red. So very cool. Everyone should check out Fantasy Grounds. Shout out to my Patreon supporters. Back to that. Seriously, I love all of you. You guys are just the best. You keep me motivated. Kevin Moreno, Joseph Holder, Naomi Madlass, William Huddleston, Jamie Minch, John Erfurt, Leaded Coffee, Michael Edmonds, a.k.a. Kira, Chris Anderson, Matt James, GM Reservoir Panda, Rothan, a.k.a. Renegade 420, Revolver Gray, Samurai Max, Steve Barr of Sirenscape, another one of our sponsors. Shout out to Sirenscape. Like I said, I run their gameplay every Thursday, but it's also an awesome tool for putting sound into your game. Check out Sirenscape. Zeno, Zach, Capricious Nature, who's also a GM with us, does the Fallout Asia every week. He did the Nomad campaign recently. You can check out the VOD on the YouTube. Cyber Smiley, who has a weekly or every other Wednesday where we're not doing Team Veritas, he runs Tales of the Forlorn Dopes. Check out Cyber Smiley's stream with us. Raven, who's right here with us, who's also going to have her High Riders campaign coming up soon, so she'll be stepping into the GM chair. So check her out. Andy Stretton, Copious Salt, Derek Lawrence, who's my artist. He's awesome. He does all the official art too for the Cyberpunk app as well. And then also Daniel Terry, Alex Maxwell, Nicholas King, Tracy Goodwin, aka Stink Palm, who I saw in chat also. Shout out to Stink Palm. So I appreciate all of you so much. Let's get into the gameplay. Team Nevermore. Team Nevermore is owned by Raven Microcybernetics. If you're not familiar with Cyberpunk Red, you can get some extra money at the beginning of character creation by selling yourself to a crime family, the military, or in this case, a corporation. So now they pretty much have to do whatever the corporation says. Usually they have something on the team or on the people to kind of keep them under the thumb. Whatever that might be, the team knows that they're pretty much have to do what they're told. And they're just, kind of property of the company, less an equal employee or anything like that. They were basically told, hey, look, Rockland Augmentics is releasing this perpetual nano power chip thing. We want it. So they're going to be putting it, showcasing it at Club Euphoria for the next 2 weeks, where people can go, take pictures with it, learn about it. It's on display. Club Euphoria is kind of a themed club, but it's going to be there for 2 weeks. Go there, steal it, make it look like Doc Savage did it, Savage Docs, and bring it back to us. So Kish, being the media of the team, is kind of responsible for releasing some type of media thing to make it look like the Savage Docs did this. So that's what they're kind of in the process of doing. They went to the club. They see the theme is this sort of subarctic snow theme, where everyone's putting on these fur ponchos as they enter if they're already not dressed appropriately. Over the next 2 weeks, there's going to be all kind of themed events and bands and music and entertainment. Even Alley Cats is going to do an adult performance. Alley Cats from my Sirenscape stream. So she'll be performing, which is kind of fun. But the team found out that it's not just a fun theme of being cold. It's because the chip on display, this perpetual energy chip, runs hot. It's in this ice case up on the dance floor where everyone's taking pictures and checking out the hologram pamphlets, learning about it. And for the next 2 weeks, it's running the power of the club. Everything's running off this thing. But in order to keep it stable, it has to be at this temperature on ice, pretty much. That's how the perpetual energy can kind of remain stable. Once out of here, it'll be combined with their casing, their chassis that they worked out with Biotechnica that kind of keeps it cooled. And that's how it gets into cyberware and allows for all kinds of third-party cybernetics and attachments and powered options and things that they're expanding from Rockland Augmentics. But to check out that promo and all those details and all that fun stuff that we got into, check out the previous sessions. But that's the basic recap, the team where we left off. I believe Jax just got another drink for Scarecrow, head back up to the dance floor. Kish was kind of mingling in the network area, made a call to her girl Bianca from Biotechnica, who said that, hey, I'm coming to that event in the next day or two, probably tomorrow. Yeah, we can meet up, maybe grab a drink. And then Kish kind of worked the magic, hey, can I come see that chassis that keeps this microchip cold or, stable under cooling temperatures? And kind of got some good rolls and worked that angle, her connection to Bianca. She said, yeah, sure, later on in the week, I can take you into the factory, let you check it out and stuff, but no pictures, none of that. When we do release it on market, Kish gets first dibs on story release and stuff, but she was able to kind of get in there. So maybe there's an option to get one of those chases things. I don't know. But everyone's kind of working the connections and things. Gnostics is trying to get in the system, which is behind the bar. Maybe plant some evidence, maybe rig up something against the environment defenses, something to make their life and job easier in stealing this thing over the next 2 weeks. But while he's in the system, which luckily Hank had a fan in the tech kind of trying to fix the AI running the bar, because this whole club runs on AI and things like that. Very few employees, a couple security guy at the door, manager, this tech guy. But the tech is having problems with the AI. I said, yeah, if you can get in the system and help, sure. Hank, I found out he's a fan, worked the angle, kind of did this. Held his turn to watch the door where the manager comes out, just in case. And that's where we left off. Gnostics in the system, just got done dealing with the black ice. Beat it up a little bit. It's moving to top of initiative order. We know that when we get back to him. But we moved over to Hank, who was holding his turn, because he was holding his turn for the manager who just stepped out of the office. So let's take it right there. Let me bring up some Sirenscape sounds. We're in the club. We're at the bar. You can hear people mingling, getting some drinks. You can hear the music going on upstairs from the dance floor coming through. See, make sure it's not too loud for chat. Chat, always let me know if some of the sounds get too loud, too quiet, any of that. Mics, I can always adjust things as we go. But yeah, Hank, you're there. You're looking at the door. As the door opens, you see that sort of Netrunner exec middle-aged woman kind of come out of the manager office, and she's just stepping out. You were holding your action. It's your turn.
Yes, I will jump over the bar. And as I'm jumping over the bar, I will try to throw the cloak that we were given. I'm going to try and throw it in the direction of Gnostics to try and give him a little bit of cover. And as soon as I clear the bar, I want to be right in the manager's face saying, I need to talk to you right fucking now. Why the hell am I not on this gig?
Okay. Yeah, give me, first things first, give me an athletics check. Shout out to this band, by the way. I feel like the guitar player singer is probably sexy as hell. So talented. What did you get there? Oh, there it goes.
I got an 11.
Yeah, as you're going over the bar, yeah, you kind of stumble on it. You're not able to kind of fully get over it. And you kind of throw the poncho and it misses Gnostics, kind of falling on the ground right next to him. And the manager takes notice to whatever you're doing and just what the fuck? Now give me a conversation. Oh, thanks, Brockenwitch. You got a +2.
I recorded it.
Nice.
And
oh,
that
also,
would be a critical. Sorry.
Twitch, I should be able to pull that up too. I forgot to open it, but the guys in Sirenscape kind of showed me how we can bring up those points actively. I'll work on that next time. But yeah, Will, if you can keep track, that'd be great. Yeah, I see that.
A critical success.
Yeah, you kind of stumble. She's like, what the fuck? What are you doing? And what? Who are you? Look, booking was already done months ago. I'm sorry if you couldn't get booked, but you need to take that up with the private agency that did it. Rockland hired that. I'm busy right now. And she starts making her way towards the front door.
Like, no. We need to talk about this shit right now. You got a Headbangers Ball coming up, and you don't have Hank T on the fucking bill? What the hell's going on here?
Look, I'm sorry. Look, the best I can do is here. She hands you a card. It says NC Entertainment. Has some contact info. That's the company handling it. I have no say in entertainment. This is a Rockland private event. I'm just manager here. I apologize. I'm sure you're just as talented as you say, but just give them a call. Maybe they can squeeze you in as an opener or something. I absolutely don't. I have to take care of this stuff. And she turns and makes her way towards the front door.
Okay. As long as she's not paying attention to Gnostic, that's all that I care about. So I will mosey my way back around the bar, grabbing the parka that I dropped. And as I'm grabbing it, I lean down to Gnostics and just go, get the fuck out of the system as soon as you can.
There's a little bit more.
Nice. And yeah, as you you do that, the manager, she took a little notice to you trying to make it over the bar, was a little confused, but your gift of gab paid off. You know, you're a skilled rocker boy. You kind of dominated her with that conversation. It threw her off a little, and then she got back to doing what she's doing, heading towards that front door, that security tube and front door area. But yeah, you make your way back to the bar, and as you get there,
when I get back to the bar, I will stand next to Raven and actually take a long sip of whiskey and just be like, that could have gone so bad.
Nice. And was Jax heading back up to the dance floor?
I was actually headed back over to Scarecrow.
Yeah, we'll allow at least, but right as you're leaving, Hank at least does that, grabbing a drink, says that to you as you're heading up to the Scarecrow, heading up the elevator to the dance floor. But as you make back and take that drink, we notice capricious nature redeeming something pointless and random. Yeah, some party goer, a young female just comes stumbling. You see she has a broken heel. She's coming from the elevator area, and she just kind of like stumbles onto the bar, knocking into you, Hank. Bumps into Jax on the way as Jax getting into the elevator, actually. She's just like, who's serving here? Let me get one more drink. Whoa! And she just like throws up all over the bar. Some of it runs down, hitting Gnostics on the shoulder.
I think you've had enough, dear child.
Just one more.
Just kind of pat her on the back and be like, it's okay.
She points.
And it's like,
I was gonna say, she points to the throw up and like, look, I made room. Just one more.
I've seen that exact same person at Mardi Gras before.
I will kind of lean her against the bar and like set her head down and just like kind of pat it and just be like, outside of the vomit. Like, I'm not gonna put her face first in her own vomit, but just kind of set her down a little bit, pat her head and be like, just wait here. It's nice and cold. You'll be fine.
Give me a persuasion. And while you roll that persuasion, I'm just going to bring up some of the imagery for chat so they can see the club, just to kind of set a vibe of that sort of icy, snowy, themed out club called Euphoria. Thanks for the contribution for the club name from our very own Raven. We did a Patreon poll, and I liked that. But there's some imagery for you. You're on roll 20. Awesome.
That would be a 15.
Yeah, she, you said, she's like, okay, maybe I just need to rest a little bit. And she just kind of sits in the corner and instantly passes out.
Okay over there, Gnostic?
Peachy fucking king, mate. Peachy fucking king.
And Jax, you make your way up the elevator back over to Scarecrow, who's standing over there by the microchip kind of ice case. Again, dance floor is packed. And I mean, by the minute, the club's getting more and more crowded. That imagery I put up of the club, which I'll pop up one more time, that's how it was when you first got there. Random people just starting to come in. By now, it's getting close to shoulder. It's pretty crowded. But you're up there with Scarecrow now. You're back up there. What are you guys doing?
You drink chop.
I refresh my memory above table what it was that you got, Scarecrow.
It was a PBJ cocktail. Peanut butter whiskey with freaking like jelly and some syrup.
That is
It's actually pretty good.
It's but my non-functioning pancreas just goes nah. Yeah, Scarecrow, just take it. Just get that initial whiff. Oh, thank you. And he's gonna suffer through it. This is definitely not what he had in mind, but free booze is free booze. It's a principle thing now.
Do we need to do a resist torture and drugs that you don't throw up, or are we good?
It's more of like it's the whole like you're like, oh, try this IPA, it's really good. Like, this one isn't. But you drink it. I think it's nothing that visceral, but I'm willing to roll those bones.
Nice. Yeah, you do that. I see capricious players receive a call or holotape. Holotapes for the Fallout. So you guys get a call here in Cyberpunk. Let's take it over as Jax gives you the drink and you're posted up. Let's take it back over to Kish, who got done, networking, calling Bianca and stuff. You actually, the phone's ringing again. Bianca's calling you back. It's only been, a few minutes.
I'm kind of close by where Scarecrow and Jax are. I've been walking around.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
But also like trying to not be overheard with my conversation. I'm like, yeah.
Hey, I know we just talked. I was gonna come out there tomorrow or the next day. I'm on my way there now. I got off the phone and yeah, Boss Man was pretty pissed off that I wasn't already there. He said that all the Rockland people are on their way there for the premiere, and I should be there at the premiere. So look, if you're there, stick around. I'll probably be there in about 30 minutes or so. Let's grab a drink.
Yeah. Great. Okay. Cool. Yeah. See you soon.
All right. Later, girl. She hangs up.
So they can hear me, right?
Oh yeah. We'll say you three are all together, and you guys have those comms, so you can always communicate with each other as a team.
Yeah. So Scary, that friend that I told you about, and I'm calling you Scary from now on. So Scary, remember that friend I told you about that like deals with the thingy that you put that in so that it doesn't explode? Well, she's on her way here now.
Does she have the case by chance?
No, I'm pretty sure that like she has to keep that at I'm pretty sure that's under wraps like at her work. But maybe we could get her. Well, no, that wouldn't work either.
Well, we could kidnap her.
We could get her like super drunk and then like get her. But then by the time all that happens, then we try to come back. Like that might not happen. So maybe we just get more intel, and then so like when we go get it later, because we're totally gonna heist it later, then we come back for the performance that Hank's gonna put on. Then we could like cause like a crazy mosh pit up here, and then somebody could knock over the ice sculpture or whatever's gonna be holding it. It's probably just still gonna be an ice sculpture. These guys stay cold, right? So somebody like bang somebody into it, it knocks it over, and then one of us quickly swipes it, puts it in the thingy, and then we take off. I mean, or something like that.
You're a criminal mastermind.
Or we could just kidnap her and like blackmail her for so many reasons, probably.
No, she's nice. She's good peeps. And plus, she's like a good friend to have, if you think about it, because, I mean...
Let's not burn one of Chip's contacts.
Yeah.
Unless we absolutely have to. I'm all on board about starting a riot.
I'm just throwing out suggestions.
It's always good to have a plan B, C, D, E, F, whichever iteration. But things touching base now and then laying the suggestion that maybe you should come back, either before or after the show and tell with the case. Especially if we can get that to happen on the same day as Mosh Pit. Then we can, if she were to say, leave it unattended in her car.
You bring up a very good point, Gary.
Oh God, where is it? Oh, it's good. It's gonna be hashtagging on the garden now.
Yeah, that's never going away, but not in the slightest.
Wait, how many of this? Well, we have enough to beat all the Spice Girls. I will start figuring out who the rest of you are later.
No.
It's Scarecrow is 1d6 humanity. No. Oh my god.
Well, yeah, let's take it back over to Gnostics. Yeah, Kish got that call, little conversation about possibilities with that. One thing's for sure is that Bianca's on her way there. She also mentioned some of the Rockland people are there. You know, this is the premiere night for their chip, so of course it's going to be a big night. But let's take it back over to Gnostics. He's in the system. He was dealing with that wisp, a little black ice. He was able to kind of get the jump on the speed check initially, kind of take a swipe with a sword and fuck it up a little bit, but it's still there. So we take it back there. Give me your interface, because it always moves to the top of the initiative order in the system.
Go. That's 6.
What did you get? I got 9. Took me a second. Sorry. Okay, cool. Yeah, damage. Yeah, it takes a shot at you. 3 points of damage. It's pretty much like a zap. It's just kind of like a zap. But yeah, it does that, and then it tries to take another zap at you. Give me your interface again. See if you dodged it. And don't forget, if you have any programs that help you with defense things, just account for that. Any mods or things if you loaded any.
Right. I did forget about my armor.
Yeah, just remember that. Keep track of that, because I might lose track of your cyber deck. You know, so always remind me what you have loaded and if you have little benefits.
If I remember correctly, you had a shield up.
Yeah, you got to beat a 7. I got a 7, by the way, on that second zap from the attack from the demon imp. It's a 7. Or sorry, black ice.
Actually, so wait, I'm sorry. How much damage did you do on the last one? So with my armor, it lowers all brain damage that was received by 4.
No, and it's your turn. By the way, sorry. I forgot. The black ice wisp doesn't get net actions. I forgot to mark my notes on the new printout. Remember, I had the black ice switched with the demon. I kept referring.
Right.
Yeah, I did a new printout and I forgot to mark my notes. So yeah, it shot you once. Your turn. Apologize.
So I don't think Gnostic sustained any damage from that because it's the armor that he had installed.
Nice. You have armor installed?
Yeah. So would that drop the res of the armor then?
Read the armor description. I can look it up.
Brain damage you would receive by 4 as long as the programmer remains res. Only one copy of this program can only run as res of 7.
Yeah, you only took 3 points.
Do they have to directly attack the armor, or do they have to?
No. It's overall. So like whatever the armor reduces the damage by.
Okay.
What does it reduce damage by?
4.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you don't take any damage.
Okay. All right. So then, for me to attack at this guy.
Oh yeah.
You
have all your moves. I mean, you can attack. You can move down levels and run away if you want. But Black Ice follows you throughout a system, so it's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
I'm going to reactivate sword and then take a swipe at it. Trying to be a little more inconspicuous, as Hank wanted me to be. Good lord, ouch. So I crit failed. That's a -1, but my sword make it a 0.
That's funny. I crit failed too, but it brought me to a 1 with my additional. You got a 0.
Yeah.
What a weird battle that was. Yeah, you swing at it as it just barely dodges, but you still have a couple net actions.
I believe I have 1 more left here after installing sword and using it.
Well, you don't have to install it every time, I don't think.
I think after you use it, it immediately deactivates.
Oh, okay, it's not in your system, or I mean, every time you leave and load it into your cyber deck. Okay, it's by usage.
Yeah, so you have to activate it each time and then stay up.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
But no, so I'm gonna just go ahead and try to zap this thing instead on my last turn. Six.
Yep, that's a hit. Just 1d6 damage. Do 1d6.
Three. Hey, so close.
Well, Christmas Nature did give us a critical injury.
Well, you zap this thing, and you can tell it's hanging on by a pixel. Oh yeah, keep track of the critical injury too. Get that reward as well.
Yeah. Do we get to redeem that at will?
Yeah, critical injury. Anytime that you make an attack now on any future move, you can use that. Just like a +2 or any of the things rewarded by chat. But Hank, over to you. You see Gnostic's kind of messing with things. The Tech Abe is still working on the bar.
I actually am going to turn my attention briefly back to the front entrance because that's where the manager went. Because they mentioned that something was happening up there. I'm trying to scope out what's going on at the entrance.
Yeah, give me a perception.
Uh, 21.
Nice. Yeah, you can see the manager up just past that sort of weapon scan tube. You can see the security guard out front, and you see the manager just like dictating, and the security guard moving crowds of people. As you see, like a handful, if not a couple handful of like exec-looking types coming in with assistants, just real top-line suits. You can even see some brooches on the dates with them, on the cufflinks. Like with that perception, you're making out Rockland Augmentics logo stuff. Like this seems to be the Rockland Augmentics team showing up.
At which point I will absolutely jump on my internal communicator and say, Rockland Augmentics execs are here. We've got a problem.
Why we didn't bring our resumes.
When I hear Gnostic say that, I'm just going to pour a little bit of whiskey on top of it.
Better than puke.
Yeah,
A little bit of whiskey.
Fire, so that's fine.
Just trying to wash off the puke.
It's disinfectant.
Nice. Over to Jack, Scarecrow, and Kish. You guys are up on the dance floor.
The dance floor, like it has like windows or to look down into like the floor below, right?
Yeah. It has that sort of clear flooring with neons, but in between the flashes you can see through. Just like when you like looked up, you could see people dancing up there, but it's not open. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. If I'm able to, like making the rounds with my drink, I'm gonna take a breather. I'm gonna see if I can track, from a bird's eye, track the Rockland Augmetics folks as they cut through the lower floors and give updates as where they're going.
Yeah, give me a perception.
What's
Go
ahead.
Give me perception. What's Kish and Jax doing? You see Scarecrow kind of like getting a look.
Yeah, I'm going to dump my solo points into this spot right now. No, that's protection. There it is.
Did I already ask this, or did somebody already ask this? Do we see any of the savage people here? The savage dock people?
Yeah, you're not exactly familiar with how all of them look, but the reception lady that you saw, one of the Savage Doc assistants of the 5 that you saw coming out the hallway, the couple Yakuza that went through, the pictures that you got of, what was the gang out front? Tiger Claws. Yeah, all that. You don't see any of them up here on the dance floor or anything. You haven't seen any of them in here.
So that's a 30 from my perception roll.
Nice. Yeah, you can instantly track the Rockland Augmentics crew. You can just see, like, probably about, I don't know, 8 to 10 execs with maybe like a handful of assistants. Hard to tell what everyone's job is, but you can definitely tell there's a handful of high-up execs in here. You're seeing the same thing Hank saw, the same type of details that make them out to be Rockland. And yeah, you see them come in, a couple go over to the bar, a couple of the assistants, while the suits kind of like make their way to the elevator and seem to be waiting for the assistants.
Okay. Over the comms, it's like, that's a mighty fine britches and cufflinks. I'm sure those are such a pretty finish.
Jack, no. No more swiping. Swiper, no swiping.
I'm just blending in with the crowd, just mingling, looking conspicuous.
Ask the exits for something.
You're dancing? Not doing very well at it.
Oh, I'm kind of inebriated dancing.
Yeah. You think you're doing well, but...
Well, I mean, I'm trying to dance like an inebriated person.
Yeah, it's coming across like that. You're dancing, bumping into people here and there, but still dancing, nonetheless.
Oh.
What's Kish doing?
She told me not to pickpocket. Oh, wait.
Swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping. Because I knew that you had already tried to swipe some stuff.
In my nature.
Just watching to see. I want to watch to see if anybody else is watching the chip, like looking at it suspiciously.
Yeah, give me a perception.
Because that's a. I like that. What did you want me to roll?
Perception.
Okay. It took me forever. There we go. No. That's dispersion.
Yeah, and Hank, you see while Gnostics is working in the system and Abe the tech's back there, you do see the Rockland team kind of make their way over to the elevator, just posted up talking to each other, glancing back at the bar every once in a while. As the assistants make their way over to the bar, you can tell they're coming up there to order drinks, it looks like. And yeah, Kish, you see, as you're looking around, nothing too suspicious, but you do see like a young couple, couldn't be, just barely 21 to be able to get in, or 18 in Night City, but they're over at the ice thing, and one of them is like scratching at the ice, and like you can see the girl that he's with, like just like knocking him, like don't, and like trying to get him to stop, and he's like scratching at the ice.
I'm going to snap a picture of it inconspicuously.
Give me a stealth.
Yeah.
We're all seeing those kids at the museum or somewhere.
Never. I mean, just they could be a fall guy in case of an emergency. 14.
Yeah, you take a picture, and the couple that's messing with it don't even notice. But someone next to you dancing just in the crowd like leans over and like you can go right up to it and take a picture of it. Like they want you to take pictures with it and promote it and stuff. Like it's a whole social media thing. Yeah, just go over there, check it out. And he goes back to dancing. Ooh, what was that? It glitched out for a second, sorry. Is the audio glitching for anyone else, or is it just me?
It's like
No, it was
Glitching. She's glitching.
Meh.
Oh, you're back.
Dang it!
There, it's
There you
normal
go.
now.
It's the heat wave! It fucks with my internet.
Yeah, the heat's melting the internet where you are. It's crazy. It's like...
It doesn't during the summertime it gets bad.
You and Will have the intense heat right now. But what did you say?
104.
What did you say? It glitched out for you. What did it glitch to?
Just that I wanted the crowd in the background because it's so much more interesting that way.
No. Oh, okay, cool. So he just goes back to dancing. And yeah, let's take it back down to a Hank and Gnostics. Hank, yeah, you see these people coming up to the bar. It looks like 3 different assistants, a female, a couple males. They look fairly young. It's hard to make out what they are. Everyone's somewhat dressed up to go out, but you can tell they're assistants with those Rockland execs. And they come up, they go up to the bar, and as they approach to do it, it's the typical thing where that AI drops down, hello, what would you like to drink? You need drink? And it just keeps glitching and glitching. You see Abe stand up, I'm sorry, hey, AI's out right now. If you want, just I'll manually put in the order. We're trying to get it fixed. And he starts taking the drink orders from these assistants.
I'm definitely going to keep my eye on them, but I'm also keeping an eye out for the manager because I want to make sure I know where she is at any point in time.
So, well, you gotta pick one if you want to hold your move for anything like that.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out on the manager, especially now that I know that she's a Netrunner. Because I saw her with the virtuality goggles on. I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for the manager more than anything.
Okay. Yeah, you'll ignore them coming to get a drink and kind of just stay laser focused on the manager, who you see is still out there even after Rockland people came in. She's out there just dealing with the line of people still trying to get in, talking to the security guard, like still dealing with crowd control or whatever she's doing. Let's go over to Gnostics.
Sorry, mate, the fucking cold in here keeps making my fucking goggles fog up.
Yeah, give me your interface as you get in, and this black ice wisp takes another shot at you.
Oh, he's taking another shot at me, sorry.
Yeah, anytime you get in, black ice just goes to the top of the initiative. And aside from your sword thing, when they shoot, because like I said, I read the demon one, I didn't make my notes switch from last session. It also reduces your next turn by 1, so we should have done that last round. But just moving forward, just so you know that when a wisp does get a successful attack, yeah, their next turn is reduced by 1.
Right?
What's that?
To a minimum of 2, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'd have to look it up.
But yeah, I only have 3 net action, so he can.
I think it's a minimum of 1, but I'll have to check.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, wisp. Oh no, minimum of 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's minimum of 2.
I was just looking at that today. I was talking to you. That's what I was
What's your net actions? You said.
I had 3 total,
Okay.
so
Okay.
I can take 2 now.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, give me your interface, just for that initial attack. You gotta be a 6. Nice. Yeah. Takes a shot at you, and you dodge it. It misses horribly. It misses. You did awesome.
I did forget to mention, I did think of my avatar.
That's funny. I was just gonna ask. I was gonna say before you react, describe what we're looking at.
He is a cartoon jackalope wearing a pirate costume.
Mm-hmm.
So red with the antlers, full-on black beard regalia.
Oh my god.
Cute, I love
Oh my
it.
god.
Does he have the black beard like firecrackers? Or,
Oh, yeah.
or goes on his antlers?
Oh, they're hanging all around.
Fucking.
Nice.
Suicide Bomber pirate then.
Hey, Nutty Artist. Nutty Artist just rewarded another +2 for the team. Thanks so much. And Night Wolf mentioning living in the heat of Arizona Valley. Chat, in between playing, I'll try to catch up. Really appreciate all of you. But yeah, Gnostics, distinguished shot at you and completely missed. Your turn.
You got 3+2, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, this thing is hanging on by a pixel too, by the way. Just remember that.
I'm making sure I'm getting it this time, so I'm gonna use that +2 that my Nomad buddy from the campaign I run offline. That Nutty Artist is my Nomad. I'm gonna use that +2, and I'm gonna do a zap at this thing.
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh.
Nutty Artist says might have to do a second image for your character, the jackalope. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's the one who designed it.
Nice. That's a great roll. Yeah, that's a hit. You did the damage. Well, I mean, ultimately you destroy it. It's hanging on by one res, by one pixel, literally.
And I hit one.
Hey, that's what you needed. You precisely zapped this. Yeah. Yeah, you zap this thing as the last pixel of it just explodes into like a little red orange ball of firework and sizzles out. You're now in this system all by yourself.
Alright, well, give me a minute here. I'm going to copy this thing and get out of here. But that thing hooked me up a little bit.
Abe looks over after he sees you with some commotion and stuff. He's like, hey, how's it going, man? Are you cleaning that virus up? Or is it like, can we get this AI back working or what?
It was fucking nasty down there. But it's puny shit, man. I've cleared it out, and like I should have this ready in a jiff.
Okay. Yeah, he gets up. All right, I'm gonna go check on the manager. She's hitting me on the comm, something with the scanner or something. Let me go see what's up. He starts heading towards the front door.
Okay. At that point, sorry, because I'm right there. It's like something. You just hear me kind of just under my breath going, something's up with the scanner. The Rockland Augmetic people might be armed, or somebody might be armed. So just be on the lookout.
The Rockland, the Rockland guys they're waiting for their armed cannon to come back with their drinks, right?
Yeah. Gnostics, don't you still have one more?
Oh yeah, I do it because I only used that.
You didn't. Yeah, you just did one thing.
No, I'm sorry. I was planning previously to install.
You should still have two. I mean, you didn't even reinstall the sword, so you should still have two moves.
So let me. I'm not even gonna look at it, but if I can, I'm gonna.
Or one reduced by one. That's right. Sorry.
I'm gonna ID this file real quick, and I believe I have. Yeah, so I do have Worm installed, so I can ID this file. It'd be 12.
What are you doing?
Oh, I was IDing the file.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the file you just needed an ID 8. You can see in the file it has camera footage from the security cams. So all the security cams of the venue are feeding into this one file. You can see it backlogs about a month and rotates. There you see a schedule list of all the different entertainment that's coming here over the next 2 weeks. And you can see an employee list as well, and a schedule list of employee stuff, and a maintenance list as well.
We got quite a few things down here. Camera footage, like we're not gonna need to delete that yet until we get here. When we do, but as far as employees go, maybe I can add our names to the employee list, or the list of performing acts. Maybe Hank could get this in here as part of his entourage, and like by he's performing here, be able to get in for like a little setup and rehearsal.
Get him in the headbanger's ball.
Headbanger's ball.
Headbanger's ball.
Backstage access.
Well, that means I'm gonna have to get somebody here.
Oh no.
They're full up. I think they're full up. I don't.
It's a tragedy.
It's an absolute tragedy for somebody else to lose that gig.
Just pick someone who looks or sounds like they do laser pop and wipe that out.
Well, you have, if you're looking at performance list, over the next 2 weeks, you see different DJs of different styles, so synthwave, any type of DJ sort of stuff you can think of. If you're looking more like punk and band or rock things, there's nights like that. There's a punk not dead night. There's a headbangers ball night, which is coming up Friday. Then, like I said, there's an adult performance night where you see Alley Cats coming. But you just name the style that you want to take out, whatever style of night you want to replace Hank with, or whatever. You have control over the file, so whatever you want.
Could remove all the cats just to see the reaction. But I think let's get you on a more closer genre night. To put you in for like a headbangers night, like headbangers bowl, so put you right in there. There's a couple in there. Just swipe them off, and done.
Excellent.
All right, so what like we can get in here pretty early to set up our equipment, so to speak. So that should give us plenty of access to get back here. Just get the fuck out of me. But I still gotta jack. I still need one more net action to jack.
I mean, technically you could jack out unsafely. There's no more black ice left to fuck you up. The whole reason you don't want to jack out unsafely is because then any black ice left gets a free hit on you.
Well, I still want to make a cloak check anyway.
Good thinking. So yeah, you have that conversation. You easily yank the entertainment out of the Headbangers Ball coming up on Friday. You put Hank C's name in there. He's ready to go. Yeah, let's go back over to the dance floor as the assistants get their drinks for the execs from Abe. Abe goes, after he did that, went to go mess with the manager. You upstairs on the dance floor, Scarecrow, who's been kind of mapping them out. You saw them make their way to the elevator. You see the assistants get the drink there. You see the tech kind of go to the front. Hank and Gnostic still messing at the bar. Elevator opens. You see those Rockland Augmentic execs coming out with their assistants, kind of making their way to the chip. Just kind of scanning the crowd, talking to each other, smiling. You can tell it's a successful night, for them as well. But what's Jack, Scarecrow, and Kish doing as all this goes down?
Scarecrow's kind of listening with bated breath at initially just what Gnostics is doing. His face is that one eyebrow is growing closer and closer to his hairline as he just hears what the fuck the Netrunner is doing. Is it okay? Just keeping constant eyes on the Rockland folks as they come up. Was kind of moseying his way towards the elevator to not to run into them, but to take the next ride down. He wants to just get a look at them, see if they're packing anything, and if he has a chance to recognize a face later on, during the op, he just wants to get a good look at them.
Sure. Yeah. Give me a perception. Give me a perception for general kind of scoping, then give me a conceal, reveal. And while you make those rolls, what's Jack and Kish doing? What's Jack's doing?
So are any of the Rockland execs coming my way?
I mean, they're heading towards the chip, the group of them, towards the display.
I kind of dance over there into their direction.
Yeah, you can do that. You easily, dance your way in their direction.
Close enough to do this.
That conceal reveal was a -3.
Oh, okay. What was your perception?
22.
Nice. Yeah, let's break this down in just a moment. What's Kish doing?
If that couple is if he's still fucking around with the thing, I'm going to try to get a couple of different angles of them, in shots. So I'll be going around. But if they eventually bugger off, I'm going to get closer to see if he scratched anything significant on the ice, or if there's anything there, or if he was just messing with it.
Nice. First thing you notice is he's scratching at it, and the girl kind of grabs him. It's don't knock it off. Kind of pulling him into the crowd. He just laughs, and they just start dancing a little away. And as you get closer, you can see it barely even left a mark. I mean, you can see a little something, but this is super thick. It has that little internal botch kind of polishing it so you can see through it, but scratching it didn't seem to do anything. But
I got it. Him.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you got a couple pictures, couple different angles. You can absolutely see both their faces. You can see him scratching it, them laughing about it, that sort of thing. But back over. What was that?
I can drunk dancing and kind of glance off one of them.
Yeah. you dance, you kind of bump into one of them as you try to pickpocket them. Do that. Oh, there's a skill check. And Scarecrow, yeah, you notice that as this group is kind of cutting through the crowd, you're not getting a read on if anybody, you know, is packing any heat or anything like that. Like, you're not getting like a reveal, conceal sort of thing out of it. But your awesome solo perception lets you know, like, yeah, absolutely, there's, you know, more than a handful of top-level execs. You can tell by the quality of suit, by just the way they carry themselves, the level of wardrobe and style that they seem to have. Aside from that, you see that they have assistants around them. And a couple of the assistant execs that were kind of in suits. Now with that perception, you're getting a vibe like, a couple of these actually are assistants. And they seem to be scanning the crowd. Like, they seem kind of militant style, like very solo style. Like they're staying right with them. But just as you notice that, you notice Jax bump into one of the execs and try to pickpocket as the exec backs up and is like, what the fuck? What are you doing? And like shoves Jax as two of the solos kind of like go to grapple on Jax. So Jax, give me a brawling for a grapple.
Evade. Evasion?
No. This is a grapple, so you're brawling.
Okay. Brawling, okay.
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, they grapple you up. One of these guys instantly grapples you up. Your arm's behind your back. His other arm is around your neck. I mean, saying, "What the fuck are you bumping into us?" Kind of like separating you from the crowd. The other execs kind of back up and like, "Oh my god!" And like, "What the fuck? What was that?" And they're talking to the one you bumped into. I don't know, just drunk people. And the other solo is like instantly kind of like just looking around.
Easy now, love. It's a crowded bar.
What's Scarecrow and Kish? You kind of see this go down. Even though Kish is taking the pictures, noticing that, you kind of see this go down. So does Scarecrow. What are you two doing?
Scarecrow's his posture's immediately like shifted from like leaning against a table or a wall, and it's like coils up, pours out his drink, and he's just, I'm assuming it's in a tumbler, and he's just palmed the tumbler in his hand.
Oh yeah, made of ice.
Yeah, it's made of, and just if Casey has to, he's palming it, has it behind his back, and he's just like, I'm terribly sorry, this one can't handle her liquor. It's like, come on, I think it's time. I think it's time we go. Don't you think? They're a little too rich for our blood. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sorry.
I had a little bit more dancing to do.
So we can
party pooper.
that is what I do. I take fun and I wipe my ass with it. Once again, I apologize for it.
Kish, you see Scarecrow stepping up, kind of holding this ice tumbler behind his back after he poured out his drink, instantly coming in and kind of like trying to talk to these execs, talk to as a solo's kind of still gripping up Jackson, listening. The other execs lean in to listen. What does Kish do when she sees all this going down? Before I make Scarecrow make his persuasion roll, what's Kish doing?
Yeah, I am slowly, like, I'm watching and making my way towards the elevator, just in case I need to make a quick exit. I'm just seeing what's going down. So that if they go down, I don't go down with them. We're new to each other. We don't know each other that well. So I'm just kind of like watching, like, I think we might have a problem. One of the security people, and then I'm talking in the
Hank and Gnostics, yeah.
So one of the security people is holding Jax, and Harry's talking to them. I don't know what's going on, but I'm headed to the elevator just in case.
How do you...
All you hear... Oh, sorry. Go ahead, man. Sorry.
Are you all fucking pissed?
Immensely. Oh, that's a British thing.
You just hear...
Your fucking liquor, right? Fucking Christ.
If we make it out of this, I'm going to smack the shit out of Jack with my knuckles.
I'm just about to here. Hold your own, alright? Fucking keep your panties on.
Yeah, and as Kish makes her way, kind of beelining, letting everyone know, and everyone gets the update. Scarecrow, give me that persuasion.
bold of Gnostics to presume that I wear underwear. Where is my persuasion? There it is. I'll take one of those +2s if no one objects.
I mean, speaking of not wearing underwear and that sort of stuff, interesting fact for chat is 2 of us are not wearing pants on stream. Don't anybody stand up. It's just a fun guessing game for chat.
So with the +2, that's a 15.
Yeah, they kind of back up and don't really respond well. You see the execs kind of just like, oh my god, you just don't touch us, and they kind of back up and keep making their way over to the encased chip as a solo lets go of Jax and kind of shoves her into you, Scarecrow. Absolutely not polite, not nice at all. Like, you can tell your persuasion isn't working, but they're kind of just diffusing it in that way. Like, take care of your drunk bitch, please. Stay away from our people. He kind of like puts his hand up.
It's uncalled for, you freaking lout.
Well, and you hear one of the execs kind of like laugh, like, hey, be nice, this is still our event, okay? We apologize, just please, can you get control over her? Just come on.
Yes, of course. Yes, thank you. And he's as good as eyes at the manhandling solo. Remember that face for later. Have a lovely night. And I'll just walk Jax to the elevator. Drop my tumbler on the ground.
I'm just telling him. Had to test their security.
There are better ways to fucking do that.
I told you no. Yes.
I was probing their security. Relax.
You're still gonna get hit when we're out of here.
And it's right then.
Challenge accepted.
Kish gets just a text message on her agent, and it just comes up from Bianca and says, "Here, driver's dropping me off out front. No traffic, got here quick. I'm gonna beeline it to the bar. Meet me at the bar."
Drinks. Bees here, y'all.
And over to Hank and Gnostics. What's Hank doing?
At this point, hearing what has happened upstairs, I just look at Gnostics and just go, okay, real quick, just leave something in there to get rid of whatever bug's causing the AI, because I don't want to fuck over the AIDS, but then let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, and before you reply, Gnostics, you're muted, but let me also say this. While you're in the system, when you saw that control node over all the defenses, that little basic AI of the bartender and stuff, like nothing was glitching on it. Abe was right. It's a sort of manual sort of glitch in the mechanics. That's what he was working on. But if you remember, you guys convinced him that he could get in the system and fix it. So you got that slight dilemma.
Sorry, that was I was gonna say when I was muted. Sorry, like when he was telling me to fix it, be like, funny thing, there's actually nothing down here.
Yeah, there you go.
Well then.
But it helped us out. Let's just go before he gets back and asks us any questions.
All right, I'm down with that. Let's go.
All right, 1 second here. Let me just do this, and then he does the cloak check, which I have a +2 on that from the programmer.
Yeah.
And throw a +2 on there from chat. We've got 2 more we can use.
Yeah, you have +2s from chat. You have your luck stat. Don't forget, you can always add to skill checks. Every session, it'll return.
Yeah, so I have, let me use one of those +2s, and I have eraser, so that's going to be a +4 on this. And it's, okay, that helps. That would be an 11.
Nice, that's really good. Nice job. Yeah, you drop the program, dropping a cloak, kind of covering your tracks. Anything else that you want to do to the system, or use your turn to jack out? Well, you have a couple turns. You have 3 now. You're back to normal.
I'm back to normal? Okay. Really tempted to leave a virus here, but on the way out. Let's get the fuck out of here. This place is a little too stuffy.
I'm with you.
Alright, so I jack out.
Nice. You jack out. Hank's chilling at the bar. It's pretty crowded. What's Kish, Jax, and Scarecrow doing?
Scarecrow's taking the elevator down.
Are all of you doing that? I know Kish was heading that way too to meet Bianca. What's Jax doing?
I was with Scarecrow, so.
Okay, perfect.
I'm
Yeah, then we'll say.
not gonna manhandle you without a roll.
No,
Yeah,
no, not at all. I would much rather love to end the splitting of the party, get back to one scene I can manage. Let's get the team back together. You get back downstairs, meeting up with Hank. You see Gnostics and Hank kind of walking away from the bar as you come out of the elevator, and Kish, just as you see them walking away from the bar, you see Bianca coming in from the security tube scan and making her way towards the bar.
Like immediately make a show of it, like waving my hands up in the air, like, oh, yeah, a girl! And I run to her.
Yeah, she instantly just stops doing what she's doing and it's like, oh, Kish, what's up, girl? She comes running over, giving you a hug. So how's the event been going? How's it been?
It's pretty cool. Some of the higher ups just got here. Some of the executives, like the people that like me. Yeah, they're here and they're acting.
Rockland's already here.
Yeah, they're like acting very,
like execs, right?
yeah. It's like you can be cool, like you can have money and be like super important and not act like a total douchebag, but they do that. So.
No, I'm sure their egos are inflated tonight, judging by the crowd and the success of this event. Plus, they got the chip. Like, believe me, they're like that anyways. I'm sure tonight it's like tenfold.
Yeah. So, what's it been like working with them?
Shitty, absolutely shitty. But we're under contract. It's happening. We did our part. We're just doing the chassis, and we're just kind of like helping the stabilization. But that's outside of like my work. I don't know the details behind it, but on my side, dealing with the execs contractually, and just it's been hell. It's been hell.
Sounds like you need drinks.
Oh yeah, I was going to the bar.
Yeah, so I have a couple of friends here with me. This is Scary and Jax. Hence yourself. She's very nice. She's just a little handy, and it's fine. And yeah, but more drinks.
Yeah. Nice to meet you. And she heads over to the bar. Hank and Gnostics, you see Kish interacting with this exec Bianca, who we haven't met yet, but she's talking with her, introduced to Jackson Scarecrow. You guys were kind of heading towards the front door. What are you two doing now?
Do we want to stick around, or do we want to just get the hell out of here?
Fuck out of here.
Seems like the dilemma. Let's take our 5-minute bio break right here. Let's let you think about that little dilemma where, Gnostics and Hank are trying to get the fuck out of Dodge before Abe gets back and sees, it doesn't seem like a system sort of thing. Before the manager gets back involved, possibly, they seem done, as Kish is connecting with Bianca, who is also a connection to a possible chassis, so that's kind of important too, and hitting up the bar. So you gotta kind of have some decisions to make. I'm going to leave the mics hot, so if the team wants to chat about it or anything else, chat can be involved. Chat, if you got any questions for our players, feel free. We will be back in 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
I was like, I'm sorry, man. The virus and the ghost in the machine just did too much damage. You gotta replace the whole thing.
Whole thing's down.
Yeah, sorry, man. It was nasty.
I mean, if I can get my hands on her agent and get it to Gnostics, maybe he can get passwords and things off of it.
Probably.
Our job later a little easier. That was my play anyway.
Is have Jax lift the agent off of her friend. And it's just like, where'd my phone go? My
warn her that Jax is handy, so she'll expect it and think nothing of it.
I seem to remember that Gnostics challenged me to a competition of pickpocket.
I was gonna say I can also pickpocket. I can't let her be the only
sticky fingers.
Now's your time. There you go. We got the eyes on Jax and Warren. Now you have Gnostic sneak in, snatch that phone. Oh man.
If we head up to the bar, or if I get a good view, or if Hank gets a good view of us while we're walking to the front door, I'm just gonna blow Hank a freaking kiss, like.
Ah.
I love it.
Oh man. It's ooh, that the persuasion didn't completely work. I'm glad it worked enough for us to not throw down and with our bad guys.
I totally forgot to take +2s and dump some luck into my pickpocket roll.
You're killing me, Raven. You're fucking killing me.
Actually,
I love it.
Actually,
I love
I'm blowing air kisses to you right now, from across the bar, from the front door.
Nick loves it. Hank is just like, I'm gonna fucking strangle this woman if she keeps this shit up.
Bear in mind that I'm the freaking medic, so.
Which means if I punch you, you can heal yourself.
Oh, you can't do too much to you can't do too much to me.
I won't break it.
That's my job.
Oh man, that actually worked out way better than I thought it would.
Well, I did have to probe their security to see how well they reacted. How well they react. Would have been nice if I would have been able to come up with something from the Rockland team.
Agreed, that would have been very cool, but
Another key card or something. So what exactly is in a peanut butter, a PBJ cocktail is 2 ounces of peanut butter whiskey, 1 tablespoon of fruit jelly, and 2 dashes of bitters.
It's like a cursed old fashioned.
It's actually pretty good.
I'm like
that is a 4 horsemen.
yeah, like I don't doubt like, but I don't know, again, flavored whiskey after the great fireball betrayal in college, man. I can't do flavored whiskeys anymore. I taste the chemicals of the flavoring before I taste the actual flavor. It's like, I get the, like almost like plasticky feel top of my mouth, and I just go, ugh. It's not my thing. Yeah, half a handle in half an hour.
So straight peanut, you'd be more inclined for straight peanut butter whiskey.
I'd be more inclined for straight peanut butter. Just give me a jar of Jif and a spoon.
I don't touch that stuff no more. It's I usually go for PB2, that powdered peanut butter.
Yeah, like it's like a protein powder.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's especially with like have that on like those with the Kodiak cakes, like protein waffles, like super crunchy and it's nice filling breakfast.
If my character were to retire up north at any point in time, probably go with a nomad.
Yeah, nomad's a pretty fun role in this game. So like choose your own adventure with vehicle modification.
I haven't played a straight up nomad yet.
This, smooth brain that I am, I always go for the combat classes initially. And I like the solo because it takes every role can be good at combat in this game, and just because occasionally the dice can be capricious and RNG just giveth and taketh, having the little extra numerical bump from the solo just makes it nice.
My default is usually solo, so. But I mean, I could also choose another rocker.
You can pull up the rocket boy.
Compete with Hank.
Oh no!
I'd probably either go tech or exec.
Yeah,
that would be interesting.
I had both like rolled up for like as a player instead of agnostic before, but then I Netrunning. But I had a very brutal exec on deck.
Yeah, it was like that was one of the attempting one too, and it's like as a backup, it's like, well, if Scarecrow goes up the pasture, he does have like a younger sister that works as an exec in Raven Microcyb, and it's like, and then stepping into those shoes, it's like, oh, my brother's fucking dead, so now I'm gonna get to the dark side of the business, the family business. Either or roll up lawman is have the lawman as like sergeant of a minion squad.
I only played with one lawman once, and that was Wandering DM.
Yeah.
Beginning of Team Veritas. He only used his roll ability once, and it was like right after he died. Like right as he was dying, like he used it, and then like it helped us to get away.
Yeah, I saw like it's a late game build, right? I saw pop up on the Reddit where someone had multiple levels in exec and in lawman, and so they just would blow a whistle and they'd have an entourage of like 12 people just following them around. He's like, "Go, my pretties, fly!"
I can only imagine like a lawman rocker boy build.
Oh my god!
Their fans and their backup, like
your backup or your psycho fans. You're basically just a militant cult leader at that point.
I see no problems with it.
Yeah, instead of like clicking on the radio or like blowing a whistle to cut someone back up, it's just a massive riff on the guitar.
militant.
giving Hanks you some ideas for multi-class.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I love it.
Rob, we got another +2 in the chat.
Nope, doesn't count while we're on break. Just kidding.
Refunded. No.
All right, cool. We ready to go back?
Yep.
Yeah.
And Stink Palm, you're 100% right. I've got a tech player in my Tuesday game, who has been making custom arrows for his bow and arrow and crossbow, and that's terrifying. He can make someone flash out with blue glass arrows from like 50 yards.
Blue glass arrows, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, just goes in and injects the person. They just start seizing, and that's a bad guy I can't use against them for a while.
Hey, we're officially back. Now everyone can see us and hear us. Let's get back into it. Yeah, so the team's at the bar. Hank and Gnostics heading their way towards the front door, trying to get out before manager or Abe or anything else happens, or they get back. Jack, Scarecrow, and Kish just met Bianca from Biotechnica, who's there after their little encounter with the team from Rockland Met Picks up on the dance floor. Now they're down making their way to the bar with Bianca. What's Hank and Gnostics doing as you see Kish, Scarecrow, and Jack making their way to the bar?
Guys, we need to get the fuck out of here. Let's go.
Really a social visit.
The Biotechnica connection, by the looks of it.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey, more reason to get the fuck out of here.
All
And
right.
tell us to shop. Like I'm saying it, but then I'm like, crap, trying to cover up that I'm talking to anybody in my head. Or
Yeah.
not. But yeah.
All right. Gnostics and I need to dip out of here. The bartender's already getting suspicious.
Wait
We'll
for
meet-
us.
We'll meet you outside.
All right.
Let's go find some food.
I'm all for this, and I will make sure as we pass back through the lockers, I will grab my gun out of the locker, and I look at Gnostics and like, you know what? I'm gonna buy you some food, like nothing expensive, but let's find a bodega real nearby. Let's get some, like some decent steak or something.
Hey. Close to my hat.
Yeah, and as you make your way through, you get your weapons out of the weapon locker. As you're doing that, you notice the manager gets done talking with security, turns, starts heading back, as Abe, who's messing with the weapons scanner, some of the mechanics of it, turns towards you, Hank in particular, like, hey, what's up? And then over to Gnostic, you get it fixed? You guys good? You're leaving?
Yeah, we're gonna dip out. From what he found, it doesn't look like there's any kind of a virus in there. It looks like it is something mechanical, man.
I thought you said you were working on a virus.
No, he did find something, but at the end of the day, it wasn't that much. But he did manage to get it done. Anything else at this point is going to be mechanical.
I'm confused. Okay, so there is something in there. I need to tell the manager. Maybe she can handle it. She just deals with the net stuff.
No, it's nothing. It's just it's a little bit of the hardware wiring. It's really just it's a simple fix hardware wise. It's nothing inside the network. Really.
Give me a persuasion, Gnostics.
Use a +2.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, you guys mind if I use a +2?
Yeah. You're
I-
right.
Use a +2 and some luck.
I like April Stiletto Assassin there in chat. Rob, yay, no more split party, the party, and we split again.
I'm gonna use 2
It's
more.
all good. I'm used to chaos.
So yeah, I am gonna use 2 points of luck and and 2 points of from the +2s.
Nice. Yeah, give me that.
That would be a 19.
Okay. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. Mechanical. So Hank said there's something in there. I mean, but okay.
All right, there,
Like, just glad that we can perform the diagnostic and just like make sure because you never know.
Okay.
Distract him with work.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I got to get back to it then. Thanks for at least finding that out. Hank, you coming back anytime soon, or any new work releasing? Or love your stuff, dude.
Oh yeah, no. Actually, absolutely. I'm going to try and get in for the Headbangers Ball in a few days.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I'm working the whole event next 2 weeks, so I'll be here. That's great.
Awesome, dude. Thank you so much for everything tonight, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and you get your things and you're able to leave back over to Jack, Scarecrow, and Kish. Yeah, Bianca is just kind of hanging on Kish, kind of getting more in like a party mood. Like, I'm glad you stuck around. Like, I was in a shitty mood, and I'm forced to show up, and like, I'm having a better night now. Let's take these shots.
Okay, so what do we want to drink? What are we doing?
I'm down with whatever. Probably the hardest shit they have to start it off.
Jax, you're good at this. What should we drink? Jax knows all the best drinks for us.
Not exactly sure what kind of drinks you're into.
Honestly, anything at this point. I just want to get out of work mode, get out of this feeling forced to be here mode. I want to get down with my girl Kish. Nice to meet you too, obviously. But yeah, I'm down with just shots, whatever. I mean, it's at that moment Abe walks up as you see the manager just whiz past you and go into her office. Abe, that tech sort of guy, comes on over, goes behind the bar and sees you talking, sees other people at the bar. Hey, everybody, I'm sorry, we're moving a little slow, still some issues, but I'm here. If you need a drink, just let me know. Ignore the AI as you see it flashing and flash back out.
Just lean over to Abe. Hey, give us some three cocktails or 3 shots of your whatever's popular.
Okay. Is that for everybody? Looking at Scarecrow and Kish, Bianca.
4.
Something that like lights on fire. That'd be fun. Because ice, fire.
There we go. And I get uncomfortably close to our contact.
Yeah, you mean Abe turns around, starts messing with the drinks, pulls out these iced shot glasses, gets all this liquor in it, lights it on fire, it's flaming. Bianca's like, oh, good call, Kish, this is awesome. Takes her shot.
How many +2s we got?
Yeah, what?
Am I doing an athletics check to see if anybody catches themselves on fire trying to take the shot? Nah, I'm not that. I won't be that mean.
I have no drinking problem.
Miss your mouth, flames. I don't know how many +2s are we at, Will. I know there's another one here from Night City, Nasty.
Yep, we got 4 right now after the 2 I've already used myself.
Let's take a +2, and as we all take our shots, since I'm uncomfortably close to what's her name?
Bianca.
And Bianca. So like when we all down our shots,
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to lift her agent.
Yeah, you reach in to her the kind of clench that she's got, and you're able to kind of like at least weasel in a little as she's taking the shot and barely holding on to it, but you're only able to kind of wiggle out like a pair of reading glasses, very sharp chromed out reading glasses, and you're also getting some type of folded up piece of paper.
I just messaged on my agent to Kish. I tried.
We should let loose. Have you been upstairs yet? The dance floor is so hot right now.
No. I mean, I obviously just got here. I'm down to check it out, though. I know the chip is supposed to be up there. I got to get a picture of it. Boss says pictures, all employees required. So I guess I'll get one more drink for the road. She says over to Abe and like, let's head upstairs.
walk over to Jax. I'm feeling a little bit tired. I'll catch you later. Head for the door.
Nope. Okay. Nice to meet you.
The Rockland assholes are currently spoiling some of the fun upstairs, so I guess mind your step.
Okay. Well,
They don't
yeah.
like people below their pay grade.
Yeah. No, I'm used to dealing with them. She gets her drink. Abe serves up some more drinks. Anybody that wants to get one can grab one. And yeah, you guys want to head up? Kish, Scarecrow, Scary.
Yeah, we the solo.
That's how Kish introduced you to her, so now she knows you as Scary.
Yeah, fucking, it's spreading. It's contagion. Yeah, I'll go. I can. Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
Back
you three head to the elevator to head up to the dance floor as Jax heads towards the door. Any type of weapon scan thing she's got to get back. It seems like that's functional now. So anything you needed to get back, Jax, you got it, and you're out front. You can see Hank and Gnostics, who just left the club. What's Gnostics and Hank doing? Are you walking down the block looking for a bodega or something like you mentioned, or what was the plan?
Yeah, we're gonna walk down the street a little bit to a bodega, find something to eat.
Okay. Yeah, Eddie's number 3. There's a bodega right there. You can easily go in there. It's fairly crowded. Jax.
Look around at people and just like, get the fuck out of my way.
I'm pretty sure I've only had diarrhea like twice since when I've come here.
You can't live you have to live a little bit, all right?
No,
And
I'm
then
saying
just look at a
this place is good. I've only had diarrhea twice from here.
Oh, I mean that's
That's
kind of good.
That's solid.
And then just look at a few people and be like, and just kind of like part the ways a little bit and just kind of push through people a little bit and be like, please get out of the way. We've had a long night. Get the hell out of our way. But being nice about it, like not being like super pushy.
Yeah, give me a persuasion. And Jax, you see Gnostics and Hank entering that bodega just like a block down. They obviously left just a little bit before you, but you're out of the club. You see them going to that bodega down there. What are you doing? Jax?
I head over with Hanksy and Gnostics.
Yeah.
I got a 16 with my persuasion.
Nice. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, the crowd moves. A couple of people look annoyed by it, but people are preoccupied just doing a little shop. They kind of step out of your way. No one really wants trouble.
Oh, I'm walking over to the bodega with Hank and Gnostics and take a look what was on the paper.
Yeah, it says Dave date night Thursday 8 p.m. Samurai Sushi, and it has an address.
I put that away in my pocket.
Has a phone number on it too.
As I see Jax come in, I'm like, oh, and like I lean over, I'm like I get real close and I'm like, you should order the lunch special. It's actually pretty good. But I'm gonna try to pickpocket her the money she got off of that dude earlier tonight.
Can I assist with this by just giving her a good, like, I'm not gonna try and do damage with my big nuts, but I am gonna like punch her directly in the arm as like enough to give her a good knot.
Yeah, you can do that. Give me you have to give me melee, Jax. Give me your evasion. Night City, Nasty gave a +2 there. There's another +2.
Got that one in there.
Thank you.
You're not giving her a knuckle sandwich, more like a knuckle slider.
That's how it goes to the runner.
That would be a 15 for the big nuts.
Nice. Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not trying to do damage. I don't want to actually hurt her. But
Tie goes to the runner.
Oh, tie goes to the runner?
Was it a tie?
Yep.
No, I actually got less than you.
Yeah, you got 15. Yeah, you got a 15, so you dodge it. He goes to. You notice that, and Gnostics, give me your pickpocket, if you didn't already.
I'm using the remaining of my 3 luck and a +2.
Damn. And you don't get an assist there, but Jax, give me persuasion, or I mean perception. Sorry, to see if you notice Gnostics picking your pocket.
That'd be a 19.
Yeah, Gnostics, you're able to get it out as Hank goes to punch Jax. He kind of moves out of the way, like what the fuck, just as you're able to kind of slide that out of her pocket.
I believe I'm paying for tonight, if I'm not mistaken. And I just hope.
I didn't get much from the from the wallet, though. You know.
Thanks, Mad Lass.
Yeah, Mad Lass McGee given a +2. She plays Cynthia, the exec in Team Veritas.
Thank you. There's a whole €10 bucks.
Gosh, it's covered most of it.
Nice. And over to Scarecrow, Kish, and Bianca. You make your way up the elevator up to the dance floor. It's crowded. People are dancing. They're partying. You can see the Rockland Augmentics sort of execs in their little group over by the chip, just taking pictures of it, talking to each other, looking at the crowd, looking at the performance. A couple of them are taking video pictures. They're just kind of hanging out in that area. But you three make your way up to the dance floor. Bianca just says, "Wow, it's crowded. This is pretty hype. I guess I'm glad I came out to the premiere. Pretty cool."
Yeah.
A premiere like this, it doesn't happen twice until they release the next sexy big thing.
Right. And they're going to drag this out for 2 weeks, and then after it releases, I'm sure, like you said, there'll be the next thing,
Well, every night's a different flavor, so then I guess that's the thing, right? Get more people coming back every single time. It's a decent racket.
Well, it's a whole marketing thing.
So you said next thing. Is there a next thing? What do you know?
I have no idea. I just know Rockland, all these assholes, like they put out their tech, they'll put out their cyberware. The second it hits the market a month later, it's obsolete. They'll be like, "Oh no, that was cool. We said it was the most amazing thing to hit the market, but actually we did something better now. You need this one now." And they always do that shit.
Typical. Yeah, like I was looking at the pamphlet and stuff that they have, the little like descriptor of it. Pretty cool stuff, but like did y'all make did the company have to make this encapsulated ice sculpture thingy too, since you make the carrying case? Did y'all have to make that too?
Yeah, we provided the sort of tech that makes that bonded ice. Like you'll see, like everything's ice. Obviously, it's the theme. It keeps the temperatures right. Without the chassis, it's all good. But the actual case itself is kind of this, I don't know, bonded synth ice that Biotechnic had created that before I even started working with them. But yeah, it's like extra strong, extra sealed, still ice, keeps it cold. Like
ballistic proof ice. That's neat.
I don't know that it's exactly bulletproof or anything like that, but it's resistant. It's resistant. I think it's to basically keep drunk people from like knocking into it, or if it falls over, like just in case,
Do they make the shot glass? Right.
I saw one of those gangster types. I think what was that gang you were telling me about, Scary?
Oh, which one? I think it was the Tiger Claws. I think it was.
No, that other one, the like Doc something or other. One of those people.
Oh, Doc Savage.
Yeah. So the Savage Doc people.
Doc Savage. Yeah, I saw one.
Yeah, I don't know if he was drunk or what, but he was like scratching at it, or he was like poking at it, or something like that. Early. It was super weird. I was like, what is he doing? Like, it was really weird. And then I like went over there and I was like trying to see like what he was doing, but then he was gone. So it was really weird.
Yeah, that's a little odd. I know they run a clinic or something for a while. I don't know much about them, but Yeah, that's odd. Yeah, do me a favor. If you see anybody poking around with shit like that, tell security. Like, we don't need any trouble before they do their release, because, like, some of our back pay commission stuff doesn't really happen until it hits market, and Biotechnica needs that shit to be successful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, the only secret I've seen is that one poor overworked John out front.
Well, I think there's more than that we don't see probably, but.
Yeah. The eyes have walls.
Well, and
Walls
Rockland,
have eyes, rather.
oh, they do. This club has been like that. Plus, Rockland, they've got like private security or something. They're supposed to have like secret shopper style or whatever, watching out for it during the events. And I don't know.
Huh. This how devious. Clever though. No, that's undercover private, extra undercover private security. But I had a run in with one of their entourage, kind of an ass. No fun allowed.
Well, one of their exec security guys or whatever.
Oh yeah, the one that looks like a gorilla with a tuxedo painted on him. Yes.
Yeah.
And nobody needs that many muscles. That's just disgusting.
Yeah. They're pretty much assholes, and yeah, they treat everyone like peons. Everyone is beneath them and their bosses, and the bosses are even worse. So you can imagine with their hired goons how they act towards people. It's horrible. But over to Gnostics, Hank, and Jax. You're all in this bodega. Gnostics just pickpocket the money off Jax. I guess dinner's on him. You're able to get some at least kibble options. There are some pre-packs here, but most of the stuff is just kind of synth food. But you can at least get some meals. Don't have to spend a bunch of money. What are you three doing?
I'll chip in with the cred ship that Gnostic pulled off of Jack, and chip in to get some prepackaged food. Like, we're not doing kibble tonight. We're gonna do some prepackaged, decent food. But also kind of keeping an eye out. Like, is there anybody outside of the club that isn't just there for the event? Like, does it look like there's anybody actively trying to, like, case the joint?
Give me a perception.
While you're doing that, like, Gnostics lights up literally a joint, like, just pulls out a joint of synth cannabis and just, like, lights it up and just, like, Hank, you got eyes like a fucking soul.
That's because I'm sober. And I will actually use a +2, one of the, because I think we have like 3 left. I'll use a +2 for that, so jump it up to 18, and fuck it, I'll throw 2 luck just to make an even 20.
Nice. And shout out to my beautiful wife, Val Mulligan, who's driving on her way home from work. Don't watch the stream, watch the road, drive safe. I'll see you when you get here. Thanks for listening while you're on your way home now. Yeah, go for it. Oh, nice. Is that has the bonuses built in?
No, that's just the straight roll. So with the bonuses, make it an even 20.
Oh, nice. Yeah, more than enough. You can see that there's still a line to get in. It looks like it's slowed down. Like, possibly they're waiting for people to leave before more come in, sort of situation. It's really crowded. You can see the one security guard out front. You can also see that it looks like there are a couple other people posted out front that don't look like they're waiting to get in. They don't like they're just casually hanging. You've got the perception skills. You've been on tour. You know the look. Like, these guys look like some type of security. They're just kind of like looking at the venue. You can't make out exactly who they're with or what's up with it, but you can tell they're not a booster gang. They're not your typical patron or whatever to go to the venue. They look like they're working.
Okay. Yeah, mainly just seeing like if there were any booster gangers out that were looking to cause a ruckus or something. But seeing those guys, I just kind of lean over to Gnostics and Jackson and be like, well, I think it sounds like they do have extra security here, which means if we want to do something during Headbangers Ball, we're probably going to have to cause a severe ruckus, which I think I can handle, but I'm going to need some help. Gnostic, do you think you could get back in the system?
Well, as long as they get in there when you're supposed to be doing your rehearsals, I could probably get in there and I could probably take care of. There are many security feeds. They got plenty of. They got blood swarms. They've got a slick gas elevator. They got spider drones. They've got fucking the flooring that fucking tangles your feet. I don't know if you ever know about that.
Okay.
We can do a lot. We can make a lot of noise and just make things very inconvenient for people anywhere near.
And you said it that the chip is basically powering everything, right?
The chip is powering everything. Once we remove the chip, everything goes out.
Okay. So, Jax, when you were bumping into people, did you
Innocently bumping into people.
And before you ask that question, before you get too far into it, hold your thought. Don't forget what you're going to say. But backing up to Gnostics, don't forget when you're in the system. Yeah, the whole club, everything's powered by this nano power chip. But there was also that manual power where you can see it was switched to the chip. So if you have that control node, you have control over all those defenses, all the different options I mentioned before, plus that power thing. At any moment, you could switch it to manual power off of the chip if you have that control node. Just to be clear what that control node meant. But back over to Hank talking to Jax.
Innocently bumping into people. I'll hold you to that for right now. Did you happen to see anybody that kind of stood out as security, that like not a club goer, just like anything like that?
Yeah. Did I see anything that looked out of place?
No. You didn't.
Other than the goon that freaking put me on the floor and with in a hammerlock.
Yeah, exactly. That was what most of your attention was on. You didn't really do a big perception scan of, looking for anything like that in particular. So you didn't notice anything like that. The fixer guy you fucked with, though, you did buy some drugs off of that. That'd probably be the closest to, I don't know, thuggish criminal sort of thing at that venue. Everyone else was kind of more wardrobe and style, more exec style, more premier themed event, nice club. But you did find that fixer guy dealing some synth coke and drugs and stuff.
Oh, I meant out of place, like undercover undercover, like solo types.
No, you didn't really notice anything like that.
Okay, so no.
Okay, question for the GM: is NCPD out and around near the club during the event?
You haven't seen any, but you have heard the occasional siren and things going on, just as anywhere in Night City. And this venue is not in the combat zone. So just so everyone knows, in Night City, if you're in a combat zone, typically law doesn't go there to fuck with anything. It's kind of a martial law sort of situation. But the rest of the city, absolutely, NCPD can be called and respond and things. Yeah.
And whenever the sirens go off, and this will be mainly for Jackson Gnostics at this point, but whenever the sirens go off, you just see Hank bolt upright and immediately start scanning everywhere, like trying to see if there are any badges nearby. And it takes him probably a good 30 seconds to a minute to calm down a little before, and the next time the sirens hit, same thing. Like it is literally that jackrabbit response of what, before he kind of just like calms down a little bit.
They're jumpy, aren't we?
I have reason when it comes to the badges.
Oh, I'm not a fan of cops either, but seem a little bit more wiry around the piggy kind of persuasion.
I mean, for someone with like a famous face, supposedly, you're a little bit worried about people recognizing you.
Okay, so I'll just say this at this point. There is a badge who is after my ass. And because of them, my partner is in jail right now.
Your partner? That was in like your band or like over?
No, as in my lover.
Oh, Hank and somebody sitting at the
Their
Well, a
name
little
is
bit of
Post.
sedative will make them go night.
Sadly, I've never seen this read.
Their name's Colette. They're in jail right now because this cop planted enough sense coke on them to get them for distribution.
Really?
Well, I kind of got her old man killed.
Man, you have quite a story.
That's going to require a lot more drinks if you want to hear the whole thing.
Do tell.
Wait a minute.
And I just go back to eating my prepackaged food and just like, I'm not talking about this right now.
Over to Kish and Scarecrow. You two and Bianca are up there on the dance floor checking it out. Bianca's again making her way through the dance floor. Like, yeah, just get some pictures and stuff. It's pretty cool. She's making her way over to the chip.
While we're making our way over to the chip, I'm going to be scanning the crowd to try to see if I can find the guy, I think you said guy, that like leaned in when I was taking that picture and said something. Like, you can just take pictures of it, it's fine.
Oh, yeah. Give me, let's see, 2 ways we can do this. This will be fun. You can decide. Either do a perception check. It'll be an average difficulty, so it'll be like somewhere between 13 and 15. We'll say 14, because it's a little crowded, to find this person. Or you can give me a 1d10 and let me know if it's under your luck stat. If Kish is lucky, I don't know. Whichever one you feel more confident with, I'll take.
We don't go for the perception. Because my luck's so high.
What was that, Nostra?
We have 3 plus 2s, so I'd say use them.
Ooh. Yeah, plus 2s. Nice. Yeah, you spot him. You find him. He's actually over off to the side. On the side, it's a big open dance club. There's these sort of chromed out windows on the side you can barely see through with the neon reflections and stuff. But along the edges, there's all these benches where people can kind of rest and stuff in between dancing. But there's not a lot of seats and stuff. Little VIP section up in front. But you find that guy and his the people he was with kind of sitting on the benches over to the side, just talking to each other.
Does it look like he's actively, does he look like he's working? Or does it...
No, he looks like he's just kind of attending the event, yeah.
Okay, cool.
He looks pretty buzzed, too.
I'll periodically try to, just see where he's at, just to double check. To check my bases, that I didn't get caught with my lie that I'm trying to spend. He's not one of the... Now that she's told us that there are people working here secretly. Sure, he's not.
No, that guy, he looks like he's just kind of attending the event, maybe just kind of being nice, letting you know you can get closer for a picture or something. But yeah, you see him over there with the people he was with, looks a little bit buzzed, and they're all just kind of laughing, talking to each other and such. But Bianca makes her way over to the chip. You three make your way there, and she starts taking pictures of it. She picks up one of the hologram pamphlets and starts checking that out as well.
Do you want us to take a picture for you, on your, do you want me to, hold your agents and take a picture?
Yeah, actually, that'd be easier. I hate taking selfies, especially when people are all around me dancing, bumping into me, and okay, thank you. Yeah, please.
Definitely.
She hands you her agent. And a Scarecrow, give me a stealth.
Okay.
Use a +2.
Yeah, I'll use a +2. I'll spend 2 luck. No, change the luck stat. There it is. Okay. Stealth is there. Oh, okay. That may not be necessary, but. Okay. Oh God. Okay. 28.
Yeah, you can see as
32.
Yeah, I saw it even without the added critical success, and I was like, oh my god, okay, yeah, that was way above the contested thing I was going for here. You absolutely stealthy like a ninja. As you're making your way, and you see Kish kind of getting Bianca's agent about to do some photos and things and dealing with it, you see that the Rockland team that's kind of there, all those execs and people are still kind of hanging out around the chip, talking to each other, and you see those security guys kind of scanning the crowd, and every time he puts his eyes in your direction, you're able to just kind of ninja-like behind somebody dancing or something, and just absolutely avoid them even noticing you there. Which who knows what that would mean, or anyways. But you were with the drunk jacks who bumped into their people. Who knows if he saw you, might have said something, but stealthy as hell, you avoid it. Kish, Bianca just handed you her agent. She's like posing by the chip.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna like take a couple of pictures.
She pretends to hold it.
Yeah, no, like, dude, yeah. Okay, and then I'm gonna be like directing her, and then I'm gonna be taking a couple pictures, and then I'm gonna be like, can I like try to, I don't know, like, try to swipe and find out like anything that I can find out, like just like would I know?
I mean, you're in the phone, absolutely. You could give me a stealth check versus her perception to see if you can, get into the phone and fuck around, making it look stealthily like, you're just taking pictures. You're just sneaking into the phone, looking around while you're doing it.
Use the +2.
Okay, so
We've got two left.
We have one left.
Okay, use that. We've got one left.
okay, well I rolled a 15, so if you want the +2, it's a 17.
Nice. Yeah, you're able to get in there as you're taking pictures. She's posing. She's so preoccupied with trying to get the right angle of things and whatever. She doesn't even notice you're in her phone. What are you looking for? What do you want to do? Hey, Rufio, another +2. Thanks.
Scarecrow stealthing by and just pops in for pictures, like, and then just keeps moving.
Scary, quit photobombing! Guys, I'm in her phone. What do I look for?
And let's take it back over to Gnostics and Hank and Jax, actually. You got into the phone. Scarecrow kind of dodged that. Into the phone, about to think of something, mentioning in the comm, like, I'm in her phone. What am I looking for? Hank, Gnostics, Jax, what are you three doing? You hear Kish mentioning that.
Would you like anybody like this as he passes his synth cannabis joint around? Look, nobody. Look,
somebody leans into your group, or your three that you don't even know, and like, yeah, hi there.
Here you go. Take the rest.
Thanks, dude. He just walks away with it.
That reminds me of regional and agnostics, the booster the asphalt.
Right. Much obliged.
What should you be looking for?
Well, you're gonna have to take a point on this next one, Hank. So you're gonna have to give us jobs, apparently, as your crew.
Okay, no, on Bianca's phone though. What should she look for on Bianca's phone?
Oh, I wasn't listening. I was more preoccupied with my meal. What?
Anything about the case, like the special case this thing needs to be kept in.
We need
Yeah.
to get
And grab anything you can that deals with that special case. Kit.
yes. Do that.
Jax, you have
you look-
anything?
That's a very unconvincing. Like he was paying attention the whole time. Like, oh yeah, do that.
Not exactly my area of expertise. I'm sorry.
Nice. And you three are finishing up your food now. Is Gnostics, suggesting that, and or Hank is suggesting that. And back over to Scarecrow and Kish. Scarecrow, yeah, you're kind of posing with Bianca. She's still kind of posing, taking pics. You're avoiding the security of Rockland. They're kind of preoccupied with what they're talking about and doing, looking over the crowd. What's Kish gonna do? What's she doing?
Yeah. To go into, I guess, if there's like an email type app or like something in there or messaging that I see, I'm just gonna quickly like just scan it and have it, video recorded. Just looking at anything in there super quick, anything important, something like that.
While dancing through, Scarecrow will tap into the team comms. Like, why don't you peruse her phone book, get all of her contact numbers.
Easy. I'm like doing that real quick.
Yeah, you can do that. You what do you want to do? Do you want to? You see access to her email. You can see the generic sort of like their version of Google, like their garden page email thing. Like you can access that app to get all her emails, or you could get into her contacts and kind of scan through the contacts. And since you have the video recorder, yeah, you could easily open the emails or the contacts, scroll through while videoing, kind of getting getting that info. But you're not going to be able to do both within this time. Yeah, one or the other. And team can chime in too. You're all on comms. She asked what to get. They're kind of talking about it. You just got a few seconds though. Can't have a long conversation, but feel free to chime in.
Email.
There's gonna be a paper trail if she emails though.
Get her contacts.
There's gonna be a trail. She's gonna know.
Okay.
Nothing better than her contacts. Don't bother looking at the fucking details. Just look at her contacts.
Okay.
All right, contact.
Okay, so that's what I do. I just kind of quickly scan. Okay, hey, we should take one together now. Scary, take one.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it. We never get to go out. Let's do it.
No, we need to like document this.
She's all posing.
You three are hilarious.
Is this the most deadpan? Just this is so fun.
It'd be awesome to pull files, but if she were to send it by email, there would be too easy to trace.
Great. So how did they come out? Let me see.
That's the fun grass.
Awesome. Thanks. Oh, yeah. This is good. See, look. It looks like I'm pinching the chip. That's funny. I'm gonna send that to my boss right now. Look, I'm here, asshole. Actually having fun. Glad I came. See you at work.
That's like
Awesome.
that.
Love it.
Is she actually sending that, or is that more like I'm saying what I'm wishing I could write?
No, I mean I said I'm here having a good time. Check it out.
Yeah. I'm gonna go business lingo. And I feel you. I like the cut of your jib.
Over to Jack's Hank and Gnostics. You finished eating. You hear in the comm Kish, getting the contacts, all that just went down. You heard it. What are you three doing?
I will message Scary and Kish and just say, hey, Scary, Kish, I think it's time we call it a night. Let's go ahead and get out of here, and we can meet back up at the office.
Time to come home.
All right. It is time for me to pumpkin, and if you want to cash a ride with the rest of us, you should probably come along. And if you want to hail your own cab and pull out your own funds, you can. But listen, my back and knees are not what they used to be. They get tired, and I'm ready to call it a night.
Yeah, no, I probably shouldn't be out there alone. Yeah. Okay, well, hey, so if you're coming back, so I'm talking to Bianca. If you're going to be here, like on one of the other nights, we should try to catch up again. This old dude right here has got to get home, and he's my ride. So
Okay. Yeah.
I need to feed my neighbor's cat because he doesn't do it enough.
Well, hey, that's cool. I would have liked to, hang out, grab some more drinks, but I do have to come back at one point. Like, I had to come to the premiere, but I am supposed to at least come back one other time over the 2 weeks. I was thinking sometime next week or later in the week. Probably gonna have to rest a little. I don't get out that much, so I'm probably gonna be hungover a little, even just from a couple drinks. But let me know when you come back. I'll come back out. Like I said, I have to come back. So
We should touch base, coordinate it. You're a fun sort. I'd like to, talk shop and chill.
Scary.
Yeah, any friend of Kish is a friend of mine too.
Oh, well, thank you. I don't hear that enough.
Oh, we're gonna have to get you two yeah, this is gonna be fun. And I'm looking at them.
Just stop it.
I can see it.
No, Kish, seriously. I'm dating Danny now. You know that, right? Wait, was it Dave or Danny on that note, Jax? I forget.
I think it's even better that she got the name wrong.
Yeah.
I think it was Dave on the note.
I believe it was Danny.
No, I think it was Danny. I think I had it right.
Okay.
Only the VOD will tell us. We'll have to watch that in the VOD. But yeah, no, Kish, seriously, I'm dating Danny now. I appreciate it. Nothing against you, Scary. You're an attractive man, even with the weak knees and back. But I got somebody. I'm supposed to go out with him this weekend anyways. Maybe I'll bring him here. What, are you coming back this weekend? Or? I mean, we're supposed to go out to dinner, but
Yeah, this is way more fun. Do I know who Danny is?
yeah. Give me. Do you want to know who Danny is? You decide.
Yeah, especially if he's somebody important.
Yeah, you know Danny. We'll say he is. We'll say he's another worker at Biotechnica. Let's make it interesting. Yeah, and you know they hate me, employees dating and all that. Like we're supposed to report to HR. I know I'm not supposed to, but you've seen Danny. He's fucking hot. We're dating. Just don't tell my boss.
Get it, girl. Damn. Okay. Scary, we'll find somebody else for you. It's fine.
Kish, get a picture of Danny for me.
Yeah, I don't think Danny's here.
Well, I would like a picture of Danny. Just for it's for the job. We'll say
For scientific purposes.
You just see Hank look at Gnostics for a moment and go, okay. To be honest with you, I'm kind of intrigued to see what Danny looks like too.
Hey, sounds like a handsome lad.
So yeah, Kish, let me know whenever you're coming back. We'll meet up. We can coordinate. Let's do it.
Keep in touch.
Yeah, she turns back around to the chip, checking it out, and she's here kind of scanning the dance floor, just kind of, doing her own thing now. You hear her mumble to herself too, like, I know other people from Biotechnica are supposed to be here, and she kind of like walks off. What is Kish and Scarecrow doing now?
Yeah, start making the exit. First
Come on,
year,
man.
yeah, that was an excuse. I'm not fit as a fiddle, but fit enough. Also, how dare you? First scary and now that.
Oh, don't be mad about the nickname, Scary. It's cute.
Scary.
You do. It's like Hank. I know where you live. I will eat an entire bag of buffalo things. I will rip a nasty one in your air filter.
Do you think that that my container doesn't already smell like buffalo things? Like, come on, man.
All those things are filled with toxins, right?
If you're gonna punish me with something, punish me with making my container smell like Gnostic.
Hey, holy hell! Hey, that's not me.
What's this? Here, cat. There you go. Babysit.
Yeah, give me also Scarecrow. You and Kish, as you make your way out, you're able to kind of collect your weapons at the weapons scan tunnel. The security guard at the front door obviously lets you out. He's still dealing with the crowd, trying to get in. As people leave, he's letting people in. As you two are leaving, you see a couple people excited to be let in. As you went by, you noticed Abe at the bar, still fucking with the bar. Yeah, aside from that, give me a perception, both of you, as you're leaving. And Gnostics, Hank, Jax, I take it you're leaving the bodega, finish your meal, gonna go meet up with Kish and Scarecrow?
Yep.
17.
I'm hungry.
Nice. Yeah, as you're leaving, Kish is distracted. She's hungry. She's ready to go. She was in the mood to party, but now she's leaving, maybe a little hungry, just a little distracted. But Scarecrow, you've got the great perception. As you're leaving, you notice they're out of the crowd, all hanging out, partying. Two guys stand out amongst the crowd. They look a little bit serious out there. Maybe what Hank was mentioning on the comms earlier when he was noticed a couple people working out front. But you being up close and that good perception roll, you can see these guys are kind of wearing the same suit brand and insignia as the security of Rockland Augmentics. So like, seems like they're kind of temporary. Like maybe they were here with the Rockland people and they're kind of the outside security for the higher up execs that went inside with their inside security.
Wait, should we get a roadie? A roadie, just like one more drink before we leave. Okay, fine. No, let's go get food. Where are they? Let's go find everybody else. It's fine.
I will grab a couple of more prepackaged meals and bring them with me.
Nice.
to give to Gary and Kish.
Nice. We'll say the team's reunited now. You all are in the street. Hank's got those pre-packs, hands them over to Scary and Kish. Now I'm calling him scary.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's gonna be on the overlay next week.
I was just gonna say next session, new overlay. I'm just kidding. What was that? Now 6 though. Now 6 was saying something for a second there.
yes, you know I've got a bottle stashed at the office, right?
What?
Nothing. Just if you want another bottle, we can go back to the office because it'll be there.
Uh-oh.
He's got.
Bottle of alcohol.
Oh, she seems very. Oh, she seems very at me.
Who?
You.
Why?
I don't know. It's not like I put anything in the bottle.
He's
Well,
drunk.
I mean,
He doesn't know what you're talking
I
about.
have a worm in the bottle, right? They still do that here.
That's only tequila.
Yeah, tequila. Oh, and then absinthe. That's fun too. That's fun. Have you had absinthe?
I fucking bottle. Jesus.
I see why I didn't want her to get a roadie. She seems really out of it.
No, I think that's just kitsch.
I mean, I'm fine. I think.
I say we get back to the office before anybody fucking recognizes us.
Yeah, we've got at least some specs. We want to put someone in R&D to work.
Why did you want a picture of Daniel?
Oh, I mean, sounds like an upright gentleman.
Oh yeah, he's pretty hot.
Yeah.
She bagged a good one.
Let me see a picture.
I have a picture. Okay. Oh wait, actually. Wait. Well, she said that they might like come here together like next time we're here. So maybe you could just see him in person.
Okay, I'll take that.
Oh, I got her contacts, like all of her phone contacts. Which, like, I know most of these people. I would probably know some of them. So yeah, I know a lot of these people, but some of these people I have no idea. But like, I got some info.
Maybe trying to meet Daniel if it comes up.
Like, do you know Daniel or something?
I got a feeling he wants to.
By the description, you know, it doesn't hurt to meet a new friend.
I think Gnostic is a bit thirsty, I think is the old term for that.
Possibly, yes.
I don't like that terminology.
Sound a little bit smitten.
Hey, I mean, like, I like the name Daniel. It's a strong name.
It's a good biblical name. Like maybe you want to know somebody in the biblical sense.
Hank, I swear to God, next time, I swear I'll turn off all of your fucking lights and your sound next during your shows. I'll fuck you up. Alright? I'll turn off all the lights, all the fucking sound.
Oh, no, Six. There's no need to be mad. Just stay thirsty.
Alright.
Be thirsty.
Plan. Let's get back to the plan.
Stay thirsty, my friends.
That's like one of my taglines for Fallout. Plus,
head back
let's
to the
make
office.
it. Like,
So yeah, the team's together. You're gathered up. Normally, you could go to the conference room at Raven Microcyb. You do have access to that as kind of your home base where you can all get together and make plans. Otherwise, maybe there's a local bar you hang out at. Maybe you hang out at one of your shipping containers, hotel rooms. I think we established Jax's her shop where she does her Ripper Dock work. You also meet there sometimes to kind of gather your thoughts, make your plans and stuff. What's the team doing? You can't stand out on the street forever.
Head back to the office.
Yeah, but at the office, I want to, at the very least, upload all the little pamphlet information for the powers that be upstairs.
Yeah, definitely want to get them that information.
Wait, you can't share I hand her this piece of paper.
ooh,
I
yes.
lifted this off your friend. Tried to get the agent, but wasn't able to.
Daddy's number. Oh crap! So this has like they're apparently they're going to be going out on a date and getting sushi.
Well, there's no accounting for taste.
But not, I just see Nasha putting on a wig. It's like, darling, it's me.
It's me.
Wonder how well she can see without these reading glasses.
Kish, you recognize Bianca's reading glasses.
Yep. Are they like special?
I mean, they're expensive. They're chromed out. They're nice. Like you know them because Bianca, she wears them when she has to read. They're custom made. They're nice.
I hand it over to Kish also.
Well, yeah, maybe we can like when we go, or when I go, or I don't know if she'll let us all in when we go, or when to see the cave. Maybe I could just be like, oh look, they're here. They were here the whole time.
Sorry, we got a show to go to.
Yeah, he got Gnostics got me onto the bill for the Headbangers Ball night.
So we're all
Ray Weasel.
now.
Hey, G Nasty, can you like take this? Look at this picture that I got. I got a couple of these pictures, right? Okay, so
Nasty.
so,
You fucking call me.
It doesn't feel too good, does it?
I do not like that. I don't like that.
It's too late. It's viral already. It's trending.
All right, give it to me. Give it to me.
as I was saying,
Are you sure that's not what you want Danny to do?
that's why I'm calling you G Nasty after all these comments. It's fine. G Nasty. Okay. Yeah. So I called this couple. I called this couple, and the guy was like jacking around with the ice tower, right? Well, I snapped a couple of pictures of him doing it. So maybe we can do that whole deep fake thing that you were talking about with some of the. Oh, and then I told Bianca that that I saw that the person that I actually saw was one of those doc guys. So maybe we could like do that with this.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I can do that. Sorry. You said. Oh, little confused. But yeah, I could. He was jacking around, like fucking around, right? Like that's what you mean? Like.
Yeah, like not tech. He wasn't doing anything techy. I'm sorry. I should have. Okay, yeah, no, he was just like scratching, like a kitty cat. He was like scratching at the ice, like that. Yeah, it was weird.
Could have been weird.
But hey, from the picture, you can't really tell like what he's doing. So maybe he was doing something.
Once we get back at the camera's look, then we can alternate that how we want.
Yeah, and just to chime in as GM and just to explain a couple things here, because I see kind of what Kish wants to fake this image as looking like maybe it's someone from Savage Docks or one of the images he has, any of those contacts and things that you got from there, whether the gang or people that work there or whatever. Gnostics is saying, and I would need to get in, kind of manipulate the video footage to look like that too. Absolutely, you could go in. That video footage lasts a month. This is a 2-week event, so you could go in, manipulate the video footage from the night you went before, where it has the people scratching on the ice. You could fuck with that a little bit if you wanted. You could set up something like that. You could also manipulate that picture that Kish has, which could also be a form of evidence when it comes to the very end, when she's trying to make that believability check as a media to convince people that it was Savage Docks and not y'all. So just keep in mind of all that. You absolutely can do all these things. It's just going to be different skill checks and stuff. But I just wanted to chime in to explain that. But carry on in your planning, conversations, ideas, and everybody else chime in too. And you're back at Raven Microcybernetics, by the way. You're in your conference room having this conversation. Just going to bring up the imagery for everybody in chat. They can see the ominous tower that is Raven Microcybernetics. But yeah, all of you are in there. Carry on.
They could, if you've got enough of a picture coverage of them, easily could graft their face onto that badge. Yeah, leave that little paper trail. But how you said that they've got a lot of autonomous security, and it looks like that Rockland has, according to our friend here, or rather, to Kish's friend, has
I tried to set him up. Didn't work out. Daniel.
Damn Daniel. Daniel just shows up dead. He's like, that'll teach him.
Damn, Daniel.
Yeah.
Oh, this with the gray hair come back with that meme. No, but they looks like that Rockland has some plain clothes. I saw some of them lounging about. Not just those that are keeping the exits company, but it sounds like they have some plants as shoppers. So to speak, just chilling around inside the club. So it's whatever we're going to be doing as a cover. If it's going to be a smash and grab or going in sneaky, there's going, we might be facing some stiff resistance on the way out, depending on how loud we go.
Well, if we could get in there, well, fucking Hank is doing his rehearsal. Then we could get in there and disperse. You go to the bathroom, you go get a drink, maybe. We split up and we get in our positions.
Did I hear split up? Son of a bitch. Kidding.
And then we
I flip the camera, knock over my microphone, leave the room.
The wall pops and explodes.
Just everything dies. Cut the power, get the shit, flip it in. I got the fucking security measures, and we slip out.
That would mean that
Fans come in.
That would mean Hank would have to stay behind.
The hell I am.
Narrowly, we can time it while he's getting off stage after his last set. And we all load up his equipment, get in the van, like a normal Baden would. But we come out of there with the fucking ship right there. Fan is going up. We cut the power, take the chip, get in the fan, leave.
To the GM. So on the various floors that Raven owns in this building, they have like an R&D and development sector here. That's not done off-site, right?
Right. Yeah, everything is on the top 10 floors of this building.
Yes. So Scarecrow's going to send along the details of needs to be kept at 0 degrees, and with what Austin is saying, maybe if we could put in an order for like a chilled carrying case that could possibly pass as a guitar case.
Who are you sending this to?
We have like a tech or someone within the company that could fabricate
the only contacts that you have with Raven Microcyb is pretty much Mr. Cromwell. You guys are owned by the company. Mm-hmm. He tells you all what to do, and you have to just go do it. And they literally offer little to no help. You just got to do it. If you don't, you're expendable to them for the most part. They just want you to get these things done.
Okay.
Just to let you know the kind of vibe that you're under,
Yeah. Was there which Cromwell essentially our equivalent of a fixer?
Yeah, he's kind of like a multi-class. He's an exec, Mr. Cromwell. But yeah, you get the absolute fixer vibe, totally.
Yes, I guess, giving him like, hey, here's the information we know. Is there a tech or someone third party that you could point us to, and we can make contact with them.
You get a message back from him that just says, "What are you talking about? Just get the fucking job done." Very little resources they're offering to help, but that's not to say you all don't have resources. I think Scarecrow, that was a clever idea. Trying to find or create maybe a tech to invent, fabricate, or work with a fixer to find some type of refrigerated unit in the shape of a guitar case. I think that's really clever. The other thing too is, let's not forget that Kish hooked up with Bianca and had some really successful persuasion rolls and conversation rolls that got her, and who knows, maybe others, depending on how other roles might work out, into the Biotechnica lab, the manufacturing lab, to at least get like first eyes and check out the chassis that keeps the chip cold and stuff. So a couple little things to unpack there. You know, you've got that which could potentially be in the next few days. You've got Hank's Headbangers Ball, we'll say, coming up on like Friday, over the weekend. We'll say that Bianca also mentioned coming back to have drinks with you whenever you guys set. She did say she has her date night planned for the weekend with Danny, but she said she could move that and maybe even bring him to meet. So you got a bunch of different things that you can kind of work with here, between the case idea, the Biotechnica, the date night, Bianca. Any other ideas too with the club? I've heard you mention different things of distractions and going in kind of hot. I heard some sneaky options too. Sounds like you guys are juggling a bunch of ideas.
What is the day again, by the way?
What are you looking for?
We're on Monday.
It's
Yeah,
Monday.
we're
Oh
on
yeah,
Monday.
today's Monday.
Okay, so then we got until Friday before you go in.
Yeah, Monday it was shut down. Remember, every Monday it shuts down from midnight or 6 a.m. till noon for changeover, restock, all that clean. Any type of thing that they might need to do with maintenance or restocking of things. Usually they'll do theme changeovers, even though in this case the theme's staying for 2 weeks. Mondays are kind of their stocking nights or whatever. So that's where you started. They were shut down, moving in all the ice on that Monday and setting up, as you saw when you went to Savage Docks. Then they had their premiere opening at noon. Now it's going to run all the way till next Monday, till they shut down for 6 hours, do what they got to do, restocking, then back up another week, then shut down for that following Monday, where they'll be changing complete theme because the event's over.
I gotta work that up first.
So I look at it, Scarecrow. So I take it Cromwell isn't going to be of any help to us, right?
No, of course not. But
Okay.
you miss all the shots you don't take.
Give me a second. I pull out my agent and I dial numbers. My old friend, who is also an edge runner. Does he pick up?
Yeah, who do you have?
Numbers. My old friend who.
No,
grew
I
up
know,
with.
but what is he? What does he do? What is?
I left that entirely up to you on what type of edge runner he is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, why don't you give me a 1d10? Let me know if it's under your luck stat.
Okay. Yes, it is. I rolled a 1, and my luck
Ooh.
is a 5.
And it's a 1, which is like a crit success. Yeah, you call, numbers picks up. Yeah, he's a tech. You've worked with him before. He's done some techie work and things over the years, and he's like you. He's kind of an old school. He was around back in the fourth corporate days. So he's got some connections and things. He's been hired to do tech work with everything from gangs to fixers to corporations to independents. And you've worked with him too. But he answers like, "Hank, what's up? I haven't talked to you in forever."
Hey, numbers, man. How's your mom doing?
Oh, no, she's good. She's good. She's out of the hospital finally, back home. My brother's here, back in town, kind of taking care of her so I can get back to work, cover some of these fucking bills. But what's up?
I got a favor to ask of you, man. And you know I don't ask for favors very often.
Yeah, shoot.
Here's the deal, man. You know what happened with Colette? I had to do something to try and get them out. And I'm working with Raven Microcybernetics.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What are you doing there?
Yeah.
What are you working with them doing? I didn't know you were into like cyberware stuff, techie stuff. What's that? What's that about?
We've got a gig. We need to steal something.
Oh.
Yeah. So here's the deal. We need a chassis that can keep a chip at 0 degrees. It's Fahrenheit or Celsius? Sorry, GM.
Freezing temperature is 0
degrees Fahrenheit?
Yeah, 0 Celsius, 32 Fahrenheit, sorry.
Okay, so it's at 0 Celsius, 32 Fahrenheit. We need the case that can to basically keep this chip viable so we can get it out.
Jesus. Okay. What the hell kind of chip is this? Hold on a minute. What is this?
It's the Rockland Augmetics nano power chip.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, I've been seeing ads about. I mean, how can you not see the ads about that thing? You want to steal that thing, okay?
Yep.
Okay.
And we need a chassis to get it out. So what I'm asking for brother, is this: can you build something like that, and can you have it ready by Friday?
Damn. Okay. So make something that can freeze that thing, keep it nice and cold, and have it by Friday.
Yep. Because I have a gig at Euphoria where they're holding the chip for the next 2 weeks. And that's when we're going to try and get it.
Okay.
And I'm on speaker, by the way. I'm not hiding this from anybody in the group.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can work on that. I don't know that I can make something like that by Friday. I was trying to pick up this other gig. I've got like bills to cover and stuff. Like, look, favors aside.
Whatever I get from this gig, outside of what I need to take care of Colette, I'll give to you.
Okay. Look, a custom like this, man. Like, can you at least cover 500 eddies? I mean, normally I'd charge like a K or up. I charge for the invention, let alone the fabrication. I mean, we go way back, buddy. Can you at least give me $500?
Not a problem, brother. You know I'm good for it.
And eddies, please. No cred sticks, man. Eddies.
It'll be hard currency, brother.
Okay. All right, let me work on this. I think I can do it. I heard you had a really good luck stat roll. I'm gonna work on that. I'll try to have it by Friday, and yeah, I'll give you a call. I'll give you a call by Friday.
All right, brother. Thank you so much. Give your mom a hug and a kiss for me. Let her know I'll be down. I'll see her as soon as I get a chance over at the Mega Building. All right.
Yeah. No, I will. Hey, Ma. Hank says hi. And you hear in the background, like, tell him to get over here. I'm gonna cook some dinner. Look, Mom's giving out. You gotta stop by for dinner sometime, okay?
Ma, and I would say, put me on speaker.
Yeah, speaker.
Ma, I will be there for dinner. I promise. Make it nice hot, clean food. You know what I love. Just, I love you and I miss you.
Keep it safe, Hank. You be safe. Come, you stop by.
I can't promise that, but I'll do my best.
Okay. She laughs it off.
All right. Numbers, take care of yourself, brother.
Yep, I'll talk to you soon, buddy. He hangs up.
Now I have to keep Hank alive just to make sure that Numbers' mom doesn't worry about him.
Oh, dude, Numbers' mom raised me like that. She was my mom. Like, my parents were never around, but Numbers and I go way back to Mega Building 6.
I thought that she was like a cougar or something. I was totally thinking you were a hound dog, Hank. Oh my gosh.
No, that woman raised me.
Jack's got it. Okay. Oh, okay.
What's a cougar? I don't understand. I don't understand that terminology.
It's an older woman who likes younger men.
Oh, shit. I mean, I would have believed that.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I've been with somebody older than me, but come on now. That's my mom.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, totally not what I was thinking it was.
You have a dirty mind, Kish.
Because my contact is a fucking bastard. So.
Your contact is a what?
A bastard.
But looks, numbers will come through. He'll get it built. We'll have the case. If you can get any more details from your friend at Biotechnica, get them to me. I'll get them to Numbers so that he has something to work off of. And we'll grab it on Friday during the Headbangers Ball. Best chance we're gonna get. If I can cause enough of a ruckus, we can cause a scene. Gnostics takes out the security or uses it to help us, and then we grab the case, get the hell out of there, and try not to drop too many bodies in the process. But if we got to drop bodies to do this, I got no problems with that.
Let the bodies hit the floor, mate.
Why I'm here.
And I liked your guitar case idea. I'm not too keen on giving up my weapons if things go hot. So how
that was a little late.
Yeah, how about I put my guns in my guitar case?
Violent King.
And if we're going in backstage, I doubt they're going to frisk us.
Never know, but yeah,
And it's,
we'll at
it's-
least
yeah.
give us something.
And I'll chip in for the case because
Yeah,
it'll
500
be,
heading.
yeah, it'll be a handy thing when we're doing this job.
Here's 100, and he tosses you 100 at least. That's my buy-in.
He hasn't let me down yet.
Anybody else putting in?
Yeah, sure. Like, it's just 100. Like, that's like nothing.
Just
I'll kick in 100.
Nice, everybody kicks in, so you got that covered when the time comes. I'll also add this, Kish has that hookup to check out the official Biotechnica coolant chassis, that nano coolant system for the actual chip. At any time she can kind of work that in with Bianca from now until Friday or after, anytime to check that out. What that will do is if you do fit that in by Friday, and it's only Monday, you can do any type of planning you want, absolutely any way you want. This is just an added bonus. If you somehow get Kish or the team or anything into Biotechnica, get to kind of either get a copy of get one of these chassis, or at least some video or imagery or some type of information about these chassis, like by getting in there and checking it out. If there's a way to do that, it guarantees that your tech, that numbers can make this fucking case. It'll work perfectly, and you'll have it on time. If he doesn't have something to work off like that, there's still a great chance that he'll have it done on time. It'll work perfectly and all that good stuff, but it becomes a chance. Versus, you had a great luck. That guarantees he can do it. He was available. He's down to do it for a reduced price. The fact it's there on time and works perfectly is another thing, So just keep that in mind with Kush's hookup. That kind of guarantees that if you work that angle first. Hank is kind of locked in to play the Headbangers Ball, so you have that hookup as well. And Bianca's down to come and hang out again, has the date night sort of thing going on. Other than that, I think you all have kicked around a couple other ideas about either making distractions, going in stealthy, all that other sort of stuff. But that's kind of where we're at, and that's where we're going to end it. Let's end the session with the team in the conference room, kicking around the ideas. Hank had a successful call with at least that option. Everyone leaves, is able to kind of go home to their respected, hotels, cargo containers, shops, whatever. Get some sleep, rest for the night. We'll start next session on Tuesday for the team waking up and starting the day. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Awesome. Hey, and everybody in chat, thanks so much for hanging out, being part of our stream, contributing ideas to the gameplay, especially putting in those +2s.
It's all of them.
All that stuff. It was so great. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Used all of them, and they all came in clutch. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, yeah. And thanks to my players for sticking around late. I know we had a late start, and we made it work.
My bad.
Yeah, no problem. Things happen. You had to take care of what you had to take care of, and traffic things happen. But again, I appreciate everybody sticking it out, hanging out late, making the session a fun one. So we didn't have to cut anything short, and also chat, tuning in. Dealing with us being a little bit late and then hanging with us for the entire session. Really appreciate that shit. Make sure you come out next week. Check out all of the things we have going on. All of us are content creators and streamers and online in one way or another. Look us up, check us out, show support, follow us on social media, and we'll see everybody next week. Take care.
Later, guys.
Cybernation.